so much for calling.
Idiot. What a good joke, man.
Welcome.
You saying welcome to me or
Both. Welcome you. Welcome listeners to the Filmsharks podcast.
all 11 of you?
11?
I don't know.
I was like, whoa, that's a specific number.
It was something like that. I don't know. I'm just joking. It's a Filmsharks podcast.
It's weird.
You get what you see. You get what you see. I don't know. I wish you kept your MIDI out. We could have played some. Some tunes. We could have made up a song live.
We should do that next time.
Or not live, but I mean all in one like episode or something.
That'd be fun.
What is this? The Music Sharks? It's not. It's funny. Anyway, we're talking about movies, TV shows,
Games.
some music, other entertainment things that we decide that we want to talk
Hollywood actors.
about. Yeah.
Today, though, we're just having a normal episode. We're going to be answering some questions, just be talking about whatever. Those are my favorite episodes.
I mean, are those? I guess it's a normal episode. I don't know.
It's just
a question. Quick Q&A.
There's nothing really going on in the world to be like, we have to talk about this.
There probably is. I'm just not doing it.
Birds of Prey.
Probably should have saw Invisible Man because
Birds of Prey.
I'm hearing really good things about that. Well,
I am too.
I don't know about Birds of Prey, but Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah,
I want to go see that movie. That's
I
all
want
I'm
to
saying.
see Invisible Man.
That's your vitamin water?
I don't know why it's all the way up here. My bad.
I mean, I don't care. I just wondered. I just thought. Invisible Man sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty good.
Looks pretty creepy.
I would love to see.
Is this the start of the Dark Universe?
I'm ready for the Mummy.
For the 5th time.
The Mummy again.
Oh yeah, the Mummy again.
Or
once more.
what was the other one?
The Mummy is back.
Dracula.
Retold this time.
Did you watch the trailer for Candyman?
Oh, I forgot to do that. Well,
you want to watch it?
I saw some of it.
It's really cool.
I mean, I saw some of it. I just didn't see it with audio.
You want me to pull it up so we can watch it on the show? Everyone's yammering because it's Jordan Peele's new movie.
But he's only producing, because I thought he was directing at one point.
Is he not?
I think he's just producing, man. I think it's some other director.
I saw his name on it. So I was
he's a key creative, whatever force behind it. I think, but
he makes. You know how like they always do like a creepy pop song?
Yeah.
They do one of Beyonce.
Nice.
Where it's like, say my name, say
Queen
my
Bee.
name. Because Candyman. Makes sense.
That's right. I get it.
So no watch? Watch.
I don't know, man. What's the content like? This is a family show.
Okay, I won't watch it.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
It's scary.
Well, I know that, but I just mean like
girls get killed in the bathroom?
Well,
or ladies, women.
That's fine then. It's fine.
Okay.
Totally. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I saw some of it. Yeah, I saw the one where they're all standing in the.
He's
the
like an artist
high school bathroom and
trying to raise awareness for the Candyman.
Well, that's what I couldn't figure out. I was like,
And
is
he goes
he
too
playing
far.
the Candyman or is the Candyman like the Bloody Mary thing?
Kind of the Bloody Mary thing.
I want to. You know what I want to see?
What?
So after this comes out, they've done a Bloody Mary.
A
movie,
man made
haven't
of
they?
candy?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to see a literal candy man attacking people. Because what's with the bees?
He's covered in honey. I thought.
I don't know. I've never seen the original.
I don't
That's
either.
what I'm saying.
Let's look up what's the Candyman.
What's the Candyman all about?
Candyman bees?
Oh.
What's the deal with bees?
Oh well, we know what the deal is with bees. The bee movie.
There you go. Candyman bees. What's with the bees?
I gotta find.
What do you gotta find?
Did you see that thing where it was Jared Leto talking about the Morbius trailer? I'm trying to find where I saved it. I thought I saved it, but he put out his phone number. Jared Leto put out his real phone number, and you can call him.
Oh, a lot of celebrities do that. It's a fake phone number. It's like
but I didn't know if it was
the same
a real,
thing
real one because it was
Ninja
something.
did it. He's like text me, man. I want to talk.
Who? Who's
Ninja,
that?
Ninja.
I don't know. Who's that?
He's a dumb Fortnite player.
What's Fortnite?
That reminds
What's
me.
that?
There's so many things that's tangent, but about Ninja.
I do know.
He
Ninja's
had
a
the
joke,
worst
I don't
tweet
care.
ever.
Great.
And I want to get your opinion on it.
Worst tweet is in just cringy
Yes.
/ or worst tweet is in wow, dude.
It's hilarious.
That was a horrible thing to say.
You want to hear it?
I guess.
Everyone's clamoring about it, and everyone's making fun of it because it's the worst tweet ever.
All right.
This is from Ninja on Twitter.
I'll be the decider whether this is the worst tweet ever.
Pull it up for you, right over here. Bam.
Bring it up. I don't care. I'm not afraid.
The phrase, "it's just a game," is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of the craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. It's just a game, though, bro.
Wow.
It's just Fortnite.
It's literally a game.
It's literally just a game.
I mean, I guess I get what he's saying.
But then,
Is that-
he was like live streaming because he's getting so much hate about it. He's like, dude, if you say it's just a game, you're
Whoa,
stupid.
man,
And
it's
he's like,
just a tweet.
Can you imagine
It's just
if
a tweet.
LeBron James said it's just a game? And then everyone went to LeBron James Twitter, and he literally said basketball's just a game. It's awful.
Whoa, guys, why you getting all upset about my tweet? It's just a tweet.
I'm gonna lose.
Anyway,
Lose my mind. Imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady, that when they're
Tom
pissed
Brady,
off
dude.
after losing a game, that
He
it's
looks
just a
insane.
game. Like I'm gonna lose. Like, are you
I think it's the hair.
He's stuck in the basement.
It could also be the manic
bro?
energy
It's about
behind his eyes.
respect, bro. It's about pride. It's so much bigger than a video game. And anyone that ever uses the excuse it's just a game
Is he
is
serious?
a horrible human being and is lazy.
It seems
You're
like it's a
lazy
joke.
human being.
No, it's real because he defended himself.
Well, I know, but it seems ironic.
It's hilarious. It's just a game, bro.
Game. I mean, he is the best Fortnite player in the world.
He's not.
I have no idea. I'm just joking.
But he's the most
he is.
popular.
He's the most that means he's the best.
He's dumb, is what he is.
Well, anyway, not the worst tweet ever. Sorry.
What's the worst tweet ever?
I will give that a
my favorite.
8.3
What's your
out of
favorite
the worst.
tweet of all time? Mine's Kanye West saying, "I'm what was it?
get
I'm nice at ping pong." I love the adjective. I'm nice.
I'm
at
nice
ping
at things. I'm very nice.
I'm nice at ping
well,
pong.
I mean, that's pretty much the equivalent of people saying that I'm doing good, right?
I love it.
Right. I mean, you can get away with good, but because that's like technically I'm doing good things, but
Yeah.
you should be saying I'm doing well, but whatever.
I was thinking-
I'm doing nice. It's about the same thing.
I was thinking we should look at our favorite memes and stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things that
got some
happen
memes
over
saved.
the week that I love.
Yeah. I wonder if we could. We need to like screen, be able to like
Swap.
be able to be like simultaneously connected, so like you can slide up things or I can slide up things at the same time.
We could have a drive where we upload what we want as presentations before the show, and then we just scroll through it. That's what some people do, but whatever.
I know, but I want to battle you for
be fun.
supremacy of the computer.
Let's do that.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, what else? What were we even talking about at first?
Candyman.
Oh yeah, Candyman. Candyman. What's Candyman all about? Because is it just like, was there a movie? There was a movie about the Bloody Mary thing, right?
Yes.
Not that long ago, because I remember that scene or something.
Correct.
But was it called Bloody Mary, or was it called just like Mary or something?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, there's probably a billion, gazillion
I've never
crappy
watched-
horror movie
Yes.
that have been made that are crappy about Bloody Mary. But
It is produced by Jordan Peele. Correct. Screenplay written by Jordan Peele.
I didn't see the whole trailer, to be fair, but I think I'm more interested in the. Saw.
The Saw?
Bang.
Did you see Saw?
Twisty.
Twist. Was it
Spiral.
Oh,
I don't know.
Twisties. It's Twisties, you know?
Twisty.
I've only seen maybe like one Saw movie.
I've not seen any. That's what I'm saying.
I think I may have seen like one. The first one with
That's the only one I'm interested
one
in.
dude.
Carrie Elwes.
Yeah, that's the only one I think I've seen.
Someone. Anyway, that's the only one I'm interested in, as I said before, because that's the other one that James Wan is actually directed. And I like the work of James Wan. Juan, and by all accounts, it's a good movie. Well, good, yeah, if you like horror movies. But yeah, so I want to see, after this one, they make Candyman. They should redo a Bloody Mary, and then I want to see them battle.
Bloody Mary and
Versus
Candyman.
Candyman.
See how many people can say their names.
You get one person in the same, like how they lined up in the mirror.
Yeah.
But you get one person to say Bloody Mary, one person to say Candyman, and they got a battle to try and
That would
kill
be
you, or you do both
sweet.
one right after another.
That would be so cool.
And that's just like, and they're like, bro, I was here first to kill this dude. And they're like, nah, I'm here to do this or whatever, you know? And so you're just like fighting in the mirror and you're like,
Whoa.
like, step back.
You know what I was thinking? I want more horror movies like
Floor's too slick.
like set back a long time ago. Like The Witch. Like,
Oh,
I want more
colonial.
stuff like that. World War One. There was a
What was
horror
that
game
one?
that was coming out where it was like you're in the trenches and this
whatever happened to
monster.
that?
I don't know. This monster like killed everybody.
It was
You
just like,
woke
I
up.
thought there was something where it was like walking across the trenches or
That'd be so
something.
cool. I would love a movie like that.
Well, they did, what was that, Overlord?
That movie.
Overlord?
That movie's so good.
That one's pretty good. I should watch that again. It's been a while.
So good.
I mean, that's World War II, but that and, Woman in Black,
Never seen that.
Daniel Radcliffe.
No.
It's good.
Never
It's
seen
worth a
it.
watch.
I'll watch it.
It's just your straight up Victorian style ghost movie,
Like,
which I like.
I think it'd be cool to do more
Not
horror movies like that, like
straight
an
up, but-
Egyptian horror movie.
The Mummy. They should
Kinda
do
like
another The Mummy movie.
Because the scary stuff in the Mummy was, I mean, I like that stuff.
Wait.
Like the 1999 Mummy,
Is that what you really meant? Or
the Tom Cruise Mummy.
the
You know,
scary,
when he
the
like
scary stuff in that one
when he
movie?
screamed at a woman back
When
to
they
life,
when they were like, oh yeah, when he like
or did he?
he kissed her to
He
death.
kissed her to death and then screamed her back to life or something.
That was
That was
I don't know about the
he like
scream
yelled
part.
in her face.
I think we need the commentary of that movie.
that movie might be like, if our podcast has one movie to revolve around, it's probably The Mummy.
What we need to do is just the movies that we constantly talk about. We just need to do commentaries for them.
I agree.
Like we did it for Last Jedi, finally, and that one did pretty well. Actually, I think that's one of our more watched
which one?
the commentary, the Last Jedi commentary.
It is.
It's been viewed quite. It was viewed pretty often, interestingly. But anyway, we'll get around to doing Clone Wars hopefully, but before the new season's done. But whatever.
We could probably do it for like the season finale-ish time. It's gonna go for a long time. There's 20 episodes.
Right, yeah.
20 weeks.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we could, if you're wanting to hold off on watching all of those until they're all out and kind of binge them more, you can watch the Clone Wars movie with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk
'cause it's
about
not
Clone
that great.
Wars?
You can talk about the first episode.
Do you want
if
to talk
want.
about what we've been watching before we do questions? Or
Let's do
questions
some
first?
news, because I have some news.
Okay. I love making like coughs and sneezes way more brutal than they need to be.
It'd be more fun to do that in like actual, like a conversation where you're just talking with someone. Yeah. But yeah.
It's like a dad sneezing.
Oh yeah.
Dad sneezing. It's like the loudest
The
noise. ever.
scariest thing ever. Especially if they just come out of nowhere. It's like, yeah! Oh, what was the what was the guy's name?
I don't know.
Skeet?
Skeet. Skeet.
What should we
Ulrich.
name him, honey?
Skeet.
Skeet.
Someone just texted me.
Oh my gosh. Did you hear about the
Kylie said, "Why are you screaming?"
we were sneezing and or coughing.
I say coughing.
Coughing? Question mark. What? Okay. Warner Brothers has signed a deal. Have you heard about this for the AI-driven film management system? Did you hear about that?
What?
Yeah, man. Which is going to help decision making for greenlighting certain films. The AI system can access an actor's value and how much the film is expected to earn at the box office.
That's kind of dumb, but whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So there you go.
AI is gonna
The
be
integrated online platform can access the value of a star in any territory and how much the film is expected to make in theaters and on other ancillary streams.
So you mean if I was pitching I want to make a movie with Ryan Reynolds about this? Are they gonna be like?
No.
It has to be an existing property too, probably. Because if it's like an original, no more original
Look,
stuff.
The only facts I have so far is that they can access the value of a star, which is I assume they mean the value as in audience interest value, not how much money they're worth or whatever. And then how much is expected to make in theaters, and then they'll calculate. So they'll put all that, they'll put in the what's the math word? The variables. They'll put in all the variables or whatever, and then this AI system will calculate: is this movie a good to go, or is this a thumbs? I feel like they've done this before though, or something like that, where they just kind of put in. What do you think about this, Jesse? Algorithms / AI driven movie planning and making?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I feel like Marvel or Disney's kind of already doing this in some ways.
They're doing a lot of sketchy stuff.
But like it's more like this works and this works, so let's smash it together. Or like, you know what I mean? This worked last time, so let's push it and go even more with this way. Or
Do you
something.
think we're gonna get to the point where we don't have any more original content?
I mean, what do you mean by original content?
Everything's a property of something else, or it's a remake.
No, I don't know.
Because all Disney's making is the only like original stuff they're kind of making is like Onward.
Yeah,
that's about it. Because they got like.
I'm interested in Onward. I don't know. That's like the first thing since John Lasseter was canned or whatever. For allegedly doing things.
Allegedly.
I have no idea. Like, I'm just saying allegedly because I don't want to be like, he did it! That guy. I mean, maybe he did. And in which case, screw that guy. But
you will go.
Sad,
I got some more news.
Because he's done a lot of my childhood movies.
I know.
So that's kind of like.
It's very sad.
It's kind of tainted things. But you gotta separate that kind of stuff. But yeah, speaking of which, Harvey Weinstein.
Dead.
No, he's not dead. I mean, maybe he'll die. I don't know. He might pull a Epstein.
Boy. Oh boy.
He's going to prison.
Good. Screw that guy.
Charges.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
a sleaze
finally
bag. Sleaze bag, dude.
Yeah. Well, there you go. He went to prison. Good for him.
On the happier news, Suicide Squad wrapped filming.
Oh, yay. Oh, yeah. It's James Gunn. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he posted a picture of like all the crew together. It's like, thank you guys so much. We wrapped filming today. It's so amazing, you guys. Well, his father died the day they started shooting, the first day. And towards the end, his dog died on him. He's like, this has been the hardest shoot of my life, but you guys made it.
DC.
They
Suicide.
They killed his dad and his dog.
Squad.
They killed his dad.
This better be a great movie. Yeah, that basically.
He said, my father died
DC.
2 weeks before we started filming, and my dog died 2 weeks after filming. It's been a hard time in my life, and yet most fulfilling time I've ever making a movie. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart to all you, and you are why I love to make movies. That's what he sounds like. You are why I love making movies.
That's probably not what he sounds like. But
come on, that's what he sounds like.
I mean, yeah. That's tough. I don't know. DC has a track record of being tough for directors in terms of people who die.
That's true. Zack Snyder. James Gunn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's probably more, but yeah. I mean, I just mean in terms of like recently. We didn't talk about Transformers, but they got 2 separate Transformers movies that are in development.
2? Great.
One is a reboot, which I think is Beast Wars. You know.
That sounds dumb.
So, I mean, I remember watching Beast Wars on Saturday mornings. Like, they had the really bad, it was the bad CG animation, or computer generated, you know what I mean. Same thing, CG and computer generated. But anyway, so there's a Beast Wars that's coming, and it's like a totally new reboot, so I don't think it's attached. And then they got the second Bumblebee movie, I think.
I like the Bumblebee movie quite a bit.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, because the Bumblebee movie still technically tied into the older Transformers universe somehow. I mean, you know, I assume Bumblebee just ends up as the Camaro or whatever, but I don't know if they're bringing Haley Atwell back. Not Haley Atwell. Sorry, Haley Atwell. I just watched Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So I remember this in my head. Haley something. She's got the triple name.
Yeah, you know who she is.
Man,
we're not good with names, bro.
True Grit lady. Young lady.
Is it Haley?
Something Haley's in there, I think.
Is it Haley?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it
Who knows?
Looking for Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Okay, no, it's not triple name. What was I thinking? Okay, well, I was
Most
partially
of
right.
them around that age have triple names.
That's the thing. They either have one name or three. One name or three. Okay, skip. I don't care about Transformers. That's just kind of old.
Yeah,
but
screw
something I
that.
did totally forget to talk about was The Thing. Did you hear about these news?
The reboot thing?
Yes.
I heard.
It's not Okay, so the Blumhouse is going, and Universal are remaking The Thing. But it's not remaking from the John Carpenter movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's remaking it from the book. Because recently, have you ever read the Who Goes There? The short story novella type thing?
No.
So that's what it was originally based on. The Thing from Another World, which is what the old 50s black and white one is. And then obviously the new one is based off the book as well as the old remake. But the guy who wrote it, I can't think of his name, but he wrote Who Goes There. But they recently found like this whole book, because he like for whatever reason shortened it, never released it, and they found the book it was entitled Frozen Hell, basically. And so they're going to release the book. It's like a bunch of lost pages basically they found back in 2008, like 45 additional pages, which no one had ever seen or knew about. So they're gonna remake it from this book, this whole new script or whatever, and remake a different thing based on the book. So I guess it's kind of a remake, but there you go.
Are you
from
happy?
the original novel? I'm interested. I mean, I don't care because the Thing's still gonna stick around. I just kind of like, I want to see more of the Thing, and if this is how I get it, okay.
I don't disagree. I just don't want them to like remake maybe just make a sequel.
They're not gonna
I'd be
remake.
fine with a sequel or something.
They tried that, Jesse.
Did they? I never seen
2011.
or saw
The
it.
Thing.
I didn't watch it.
Also called The Thing.
I never watched
It's
it.
basically the whole Halloween. You never watched it?
No.
It's actually not bad. The issue with that one is it's very CGI. It's basically The Thing again. Do you know the premise behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the Norwegian camp.
Yeah.
Norwegian? Norwegian? I don't know.
Norwegian.
Norwegian? I don't know. Norwegian?
Sure.
I'm saying I feel like I have a
Norwegian.
lisp or something. Or like
Norwegian.
a impediment. Norwegian.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I was either putting Norwegian or Norwegian. Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Now I'm saying it too much. It just sounds like a mush.
No.
Anyway, the Norwegian. I said okay. Forget it. I can't. I'm just thinking about
Just
too much.
drop it.
Anyway, that camp where they go and check it out and they're like, "What the heck happened here?" Where they're like, "What's going on?" And they found the weird, creepy thing, and then they find the thing frozen in the ice and they bring it back. Or not bring it back. They find it in the ice. Anyway, they find the block where they cut the thing out of the ice, and they go to the place where they see the spaceship. Anyway, in the original, that's what it's based on. So it's like, what's going on? What happened here before? Anyway, they were all set up to have all this like sweet. They had this sweet visual effects, practical effects company do a lot of the practical effects for it, like they did with the original. But the last minute, the studio was like,
Nah.
we want to save
Screw
money,
that.
which they had basically had everything ready, and they were going to supplement it with obviously CG. But the main part was going to be practical as much as possible. But then they were like, let's just make everything not practical.
Love it.
Because you can go to YouTube, which is pretty neat, and then you can look at all the behind the scenes of the stuff that basically the studio put out all this stuff. Like, we made all this stuff, and then Universal or whatever was like,
Screw that.
nah, let's just not spend that much money, which even though you spent a bunch already, and just do everything CG. So other than that, the movie's pretty good. It has Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Ooh.
It has what's his name?
I have not watched it.
It Comes at Night guy. I don't know. I thought that Joel Edgerton is in it.
No, I really want to watch
It's worth watching. Like I said, the CG kind of makes it a little like.
You said 2011?
Yes. And you get some more like kind of lore and stuff.
Oh, I've seen this poster.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's whatever.
It's got a 35 on Rotten Tomatoes. What?
It's not that bad as far as like, again, it's kind of basically just the kind of the same structure, the same thing happens essentially. like they start out like, what's going on? And they figure out some rules, and then the ending, they kind of try and destroy
CGI
it.
does not look good.
It's not the worst ever. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just very like obvious that it's CG and stuff. So, but anyway. So they kind of bring up, yeah, yeah. So, anyway,
Anything else, man?
I'm excited for it because it's a remake, and it's not a remake of the John Carpenter's. It's just a remake of a book, or it's the original making of the book.
Ben Affleck is blonde.
Oh,
and
nice.
Matt Damon has a chin beard.
Gross. The Last Duel. Is this a TV show or a movie?
I think it's a movie.
Gross. Who are they? So again,
He looks weird blonde.
especially with the beard. What's this about? This is a real movie or like a real story rather?
I guess so. Wait, what?
Ofo.
Will Starr, the movie Adam Driver, and we spotted on the set, the movie, directed by Ridley Scott.
Huh. He's going back to his
It's set in the 14th
medieval
century
style.
France and will tell a real life story of knights.
pronounce those names right now.
Jean de Carogues
Carouse.
and Jacques.
Legris.
Those are perfect.
I don't know.
Oh, wait. I don't want to read that.
What? Nice.
I don't want to read that. Oh, well.
No one can read it. It's too blurry.
It's too blurry.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, Lethal Weapon 5. They're coming back.
I need a fart sound effect.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Yep.
I don't like that one.
And the original director, which is who was like 90, 80 or something. Was it Richard Donner?
What?
No, Dick Donner. Yeah, Richard Donner, same thing.
Ew.
Listen, stop. Just listen to what I'm saying and stop
Okay.
making fart noises. Pick one.
That's my favorite one.
I like the long one. Do the long one with like the little one.
I
at
just
the,
like the
at
little
tail end.
Ew. Groan and grunt farting. I
All
don't
right.
like that.
All right.
I just
You
want
can
the
do
quick
that if-
fart.
Do that first really long one, and then with the quick one at the very end.
That's the
Stupid.
type of comedy you get from this show.
The quality comedy. It's highbrow, my friend. We're not comedians, so it's fine.
Fart joke? Hey, fart jokes are allowed, bro.
Look, that's something that'll never die, probably, right? I'm guessing.
No, they're always funny, no matter the age.
Until
They're
we
always
become
funny.
robots, then.
Then they won't be
They're
funny.
probably gonna be.
They may be even funnier because robots won't be able to fart.
Yeah, but are things funny that we can't do necessarily? I mean, it's funny because it's like awkward and it's
Yeah,
like from
you're
your
probably
butt,
right. That's probably right.
I don't know.
Something from your butt.
It's air from your butt. Anyway, yeah. So original director coming back, everything. So whatever.
Whatever.
I'm gonna get skipped that because I don't care.
There we go. I got it in the
John
soundboard already.
Krasinski.
That's amazing. I bet I can.
Oh, what another thing we did talk. All right.
I'm done.
You sure?
Yep. I'm done. We've always needed a fart sound effect, and I don't know why we've never done it.
What do you, I thought you found.
I
your
did.
fart noise.
I clicked the
Why
next
did you
button
come
and it
back?
went back. It says went fart. And now that was gross.
Not on
I'm
Tuesday.
exiting out. We're not doing that anymore.
Sam Raimi. Speaking of farts, no, I'm just kidding. Sam Raimi is potentially gonna be helming Doctor Strange 2 because yes, Scott Derrickson is out.
I heard that they
Creative
I
differences.
heard they got rid of him before they even started.
but they announced him. So what was the point of that? Like, why would they?
I think they were
announce
like,
him?
let's get the guy back to do it again. Then before they started, like, we want someone else. Get rid of him. He probably has a tweet.
Well, look. So Scott Derrickson is also a horror movie dude. And so I think this will work out. And this is supposedly, he was
Sam
so
Raimi?
excited for it. Sam Raimi is, but also Scott Derrickson. Yes. But I'm saying, because they were like, oh, it's going to be horror. It's going to be like the first MCU horror film. And it's like, well, okay. I'm more interested now that Sam Raimi's doing the horror.
I agree.
Do we want to see... I want to see Bruce Campbell in this movie.
I do too.
He will
really bad.
He's got to be in this movie, right?
Do you think they're going to do like a callback to like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man? Because there's going to be like crazy universes in the multiverse. Think they'll do that? I don't know if they can. I don't think they can.
I still think the time is right for doing Spider-Man 4. Like how they've been doing kind of with like Halloween and like do that kind of a thing. Or do like, you could do the live action. Everyone's talking about, we would do the live action Spider-Verse. But yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So there's been reports that Mysterio might get his own movie.
Why?
Jake Gyllenhaal coming back.
No, just don't do that.
I'm just saying what I know, man.
No, you can know that. I just don't.
Saying what I know.
I just don't want that.
New Star Wars movie is in the works, obviously. I mean, when are you ever gonna
did
not have a
you
new
see
Star Wars
the new
movie?
book that they were talking about?
Well, it's like the Republic,
the High Republic.
The High Republic.
Yeah,
Golden
200
Age.
years before the prequels.
Yeah, which I'm
looks cool. It's I think
it's
it's a
not
way
that long before, but
it looks like kind of like the old Republic style.
well, that's what I was saying. Like, just go and do the old, like that's 1,000 years, right? Before,
yeah,
something like that. Just do that. Like, I want to see something that's older, and maybe that's what they were gonna do with Benioff and Weiss or whatever, but they're out. So
I think it looks really cool.
yeah, I like the aesthetic and the look of it. My problem is when they spread it over so many different mediums, it's hard to follow.
I agree.
I don't know, because it's like the kids stuff.
I have
it's
a
like
feeling that they're gonna like release the book, see how it does, and then they'll probably make that into a trilogy. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I've not actually read most of the new Star Wars books. Have you read any of those?
I
can't even think of all the different ones, but like the ones with like the newer ones that have to do with like Thrawn. They brought him back. And,
I have not.
Yeah, I do. I like all the looks of it.
Look at the hilts.
Yeah, that's an. They got the cross. Oh, it's a screen. It's cross guard. But it's not
strange.
the lightsaber. I mean, it's kind of cool because it makes sense for being like, it feels more medieval, knight-like, you know.
I love it. I think it looks awesome.
Which makes sense. Yeah, I like anything like that.
That looks.
See, so that's like the kids stuff. That's what I'm like, I'm not gonna read that. That's a little not bad. That looks very cool. I like a lot.
I heard that those are the villains.
Yeah, they have a name, but I can't think what it is right now.
That looks sweet. This is
that one looks great. They have the first. Is this supposedly the first?
They said this is going to be the first
Jedi.
Yeah, but I mean, there was one in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, there's a little kid. The first Wookiee Jedi, not Chewie Jedi.
Chewie Jedi.
Anyway, new shield. It's got it's in the works, which is of course not that surprising, but
what is
the new Star Wars film? They got J.D. Dillard, who wrote For Slight, that movie that I saw parts of. It was like a, sleight of hand is what it's basically.
It was slight.
It was slightly seen, and then Matt Owens, Luke Cage, and did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm like,
that sounds.
They get so
great.
many quality writers for Star Wars lately, and I'm like,
just someone
get all these people.
This is the thing. You hire someone who's a yes man who will do your bidding, and you'd be like, all right, I want you to put this in the movie and this in the movie, and we're probably going to change it last minute anyway, so just do and we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll probably fire you and hire someone else, but
exactly.
You can do whatever. Anyway, they're hard to write the script, so whatever. Jurassic World started filming. Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion.
That's a dumb title.
It's a dumb title. I don't know.
I don't like it. I don't like these Jurassic Park movies.
I mean,
either.
it makes sense. Sure, whatever.
Has there been a good Jurassic Park sequel since 2?
I mean, some would say there has never been a good Jurassic Park sequel.
2's
I like
right.
2 a lot.
I do too.
There are haters out there who don't like The Lost World. I really like Lost World. I'm okay with the third one. Jurassic World just rubbed me the wrong way.
It's
and I don't know why.
It's just not good.
Well, I know a couple.
It's a very Disney-esque reboot. It's the Force Awakens of Jurassic Park, but this one's not. This one you can tell like they're just doing it for the money at this point.
I mean, that's why you make movies, but somewhat. I mean, you know what I mean. Overall, it's a business, but yeah, I'm not going to blame for that. But
No, I like The Lost World
yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah, I like it a lot. Chris Pratt said it's going to be the Avengers Infinity War of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, see,
Speaking of Disney's Disneyfication, because they got Jeff Goldblum back. They're getting they're getting Neil. I almost wanted to say his name in the movie. They're getting Alan Grant back.
Okay.
I can't think of his real name.
Yeah, well.
Sam Neill. Yeah. They're getting Laura Dern. They're getting B.D. Wong back.
I even think Jurassic.
They're getting Jake Johnson back.
Oh, great. Cool.
So it's like whatever.
I think
Bryce
Jurassic
Dallas Howard, of
Park
course.
3
The two
is
annoying
still
people.
better than all the Jurassic World movies.
Uh,
I love the scene in the water at the end of Jurassic World 3. Or Jurassic Park 3. With the pterodactyl.
Is it Pteranodons? I don't know what it is. One of those. The
That stuff
pterosaurs.
is sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. I don't know.
I remember liking that one a lot.
I like it, but like I said, I don't know. Because that's the one I've seen. That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to decide whether it's good because I saw it when I was younger and I liked it, or whether
scene right
and I'm just
here.
like, well, this is great. But
This scene right here is cool.
yeah.
I love that stuff.
I mean, a lot of that's practical. I mean, as far as it's not the flying, but the actual creatures.
And I remember
They're good.
their kid getting like stabbed a bunch
that gets
and like in the water. I was like, oh.
Billy
Yes.
gets stabbed in the water with beaks.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the water with beaks.
Okay.
You want to do?
No, I got one more.
Okay.
Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
5. Steven Spielberg.
That reminds me.
He's out. He's not directing anymore.
Boo.
I know. He's still going to produce.
Boo.
Actually, I got 3 more things.
Boo.
4 more things. Okay.
Oh my
But anyway, so Steven Spielberg is no longer directing.
Boo.
He's like, what did he say? Let me find out. He said something like he's decided to it's like he wants somebody new to have a fresh take on it or something. Don't get too upset, because guess who they got possibly
George
directing?
Lucas?
No.
Oh.
I don't think George Lucas has anything to do with it right now.
Okay. Who?
Sadly. You're supposed to guess, but if you're not going to guess, I'll just tell you. They got James Mangold, man. James Mangold.
I do love James Mangold.
I know. That's why I was like,
He's great. He did the Ford versus Ferrari too.
yep. He did all the best movies, man. Logan.
You think he's probably done like
He's never done a movie I've disliked, I don't think. Walk the Line.
Wolverine? The Wolverine.
The Wolverine's okay. It's good.
I like.
I like it. I mean, the ending's not great, but maybe
Let's
that's not his
find a
fault.
bad James Mangold movie.
It doesn't exist unless it's before Walk the Line, and
I don't think.
as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even matter at this point because he's redeemed himself.
I agree. He's probably made.
It's if you've made a bad movie, two bad movies in a row. We'll say 3 bad movies in a row. Then maybe you're not a great director, or at least you just don't have a lot of success. Or
I
something.
can't tell anyone they're not a good director.
I mean,
'cause
yeah,
I'm not.
I'm not even a director.
Men
so.
in Trees, 3 to the Yuma, Walk the Line.
Yep.
Identity. What is Identity?
That sounds familiar, but I have no idea.
2003 horror? No, mystery thriller.
Oh, that sounds cool. Maybe I need to go
with
check this movie
John
out.
Cusack.
Hmm.
And someone else. It's got a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Maybe I need to check this movie out. Apparently, I
He's
do
got
like
a lot
it.
before.
Yeah, I do like it when I find directors who I really like, and then go back and look at the movies that they've made before.
His
and be
first
like, oh, I need
movie
to check this
was
out.
called Heavy in 1995. It is a drama romance.
I mean, it's not very
And
good
did
for
Copland in 1997 with Sylvester Stallone.
Is it Copeland or Copland?
Copland.
It sounds
Which is
familiar.
Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Robert De Niro,
He's got a good cast.
Robert Patrick.
Well, anyway, these are not. As
he's
far as I
done
know,
anything
these are
bad.
not bad movies.
Girl Interrupted. It's a biography. Kate and Leopold.
Oh, did he direct Kate and Leopold?
Yes.
That's a good movie.
There you go. That's Hugh
And-
Jackman.
Yeah.
He
Hugh
wrote it.
Jackman,
He
Meg
wrote it
Ryan.
too.
Huh. That's one of my.
Guilty pleasures.
No, it's a good movie.
It's guilty. He did Night and Day.
That's a good movie too, dude.
Jeez. I didn't know he did Night and Day.
That's an underrated movie
with
Cameron Diaz and.
I like that movie a lot.
That's actually
it's
a really,
really
good movie.
funny.
Like it's kind of a dumb movie, but it's enjoyable.
funny.
I really like it. I don't usually like Cameron Diaz anymore.
I don't either. 310 to Yuma, we said that. He hasn't done that many. He's
that's
doing
quite a
one
bit.
right now called Crenshaw. I don't know.
Anyway, all the movies I've seen of his are great, and I think I really like the feel that he's going to bring to this. He would also be really good for. Anyway, Indiana Jones 5. What do you think for him?
Yes, that's a good idea.
I'm not disappointed. I mean, I'm kind of like
I hope they don't
based
make
off
it.
the last one. I'm kind of like maybe Steven Spielberg shouldn't do this. I don't know. I don't
I hope
love
they-
all of Steven Spielberg's movies lately.
Once
kinda
Ready
like-
Player One came out, I was like, all right, bro.
I mean, that one's fine.
He
The problem
barely
is-
worked on that movie, apparently.
I mean, that's the thing. Is that best thing I can say about his movies lately? Or it's like, it's fine. That's pretty good.
Because he didn't have to do anything. He just
I just
gave
mean
all
anything.
the instructions to like the
VFX
guys, and like, here you go.
All right. I filmed for 2 days with these
Basically,
actors.
because there's like nothing.
Fill in the rest. Go for it.
Because there
I mean,
wasn't
what
even
can
like
you do?
mocap or anything half the time. It was just like
didn't mocap?
all
They had to
CGI.
Well, I mean, it looks pretty good for as far as that goes, but I mean, whatever.
Anyway, yes, James Mangold, good.
Yeah, I think he'll bring a nice, like, hopefully he'll bring a nice Logan cowboy westerny feel to it.
Are they gonna
in some
kill
ways?
him?
Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
I don't
No, James Mangold. We're gonna kill James.
Kill him?
No.
Spielberg?
Is he gonna kill? Is he gonna die?
I don't know. Speaking of James Mangold, though, I think he'd make a good. He'd do a good Star Wars. He would do good for Kenobi. I feel like.
Mandalorian.
Well, Mandalorian. They should definitely get him for that. At least on an
Whenever
episode.
I think of James Mangold, I think like a western-y feel to movies, like
I mean, he's done a lot of
Logan.
Logan. I mean, they all have kind of like a.
It's kind of
Even
dirty,
Ford versus
gritty.
Ferrari has like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But anyway, speaking of Kenobi, there's a potential working title for Kenobi. Pilgrim.
John Wayne.
Pilgrim. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if they're gonna like call it like a Kenobi story, Pilgrim, a Kenobi story or something. But you know what I mean, or if it's just gonna be called Star Wars Pilgrim or something. You know what I mean? Or
That's
just
a working
Pilgrim.
title, or is that like the
The Pilgrim. It's working title, so it may not be
like
the
is
same
it the
thing,
one
but-
they have on set to kind of like
I don't know. I like that, but I do like the sound. Yeah, it could be one of those, but I like the
Blue
idea of it.
Harvest?
I don't think it's like, it's just like we're not set on the title yet while we're working on it, so we'll just call it. This is what we potentially call it. I think.
They'll probably end up just calling it Kenobi because they need the name recognition for people to watch it. I feel like average viewers.
Well,
you
that's
know
why
we're
you
gonna
do
watch it.
A Kenobi story, but it's on Disney Plus, and I feel like if you get Ewan McGregor out there and have in the trailer, they'll be like, someone would be like, I don't know.
Hello there.
That should be the first thing.
Kenobi.
He pulls back his head. Yeah. He's got to do the. He's got to do the hello there. I don't know. I hope they do this right because I like the idea because it's kind of like it does have that gunslinger, roaming, roaming person out. Stop it.
Like it. I like
It just gives me that feel to it, and I'm like, oh, I like that. Do that.
I like it. I like it.
So, I like it.
Speaking of Star Wars, Harrison Ford did a variety thing. Did you see it? Where
saw
they
some,
like dissect his his catalog of movies. He's like half asleep through the whole thing. He's like, George Lucas.
I was surprised he's a little up at.
George Lucas asked me to come back, so I did. I'm like, this is so
Well,
interesting.
he's like, I was happy to do it.
And then at the Force Awakens, he's like, I was hoping he would be dead.
I wanted him to die. I mean, he wanted him to die in like the
I was
third.
happy he'd come back. Get me out of here.
What was that thing where it's like they were talking? He was in an interview and he was like, "Was Han Solo a Force ghost?"
He's like,
And he's
who
like,
cares?
"I don't even care. I don't know what that is, and I don't care." I'm like, "Come on, man! You were in the
I love
you were in
it.
like two movies where there were Force ghosts, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you like? You know what a Force ghost is?
He was on, like,
Ford.
I don't remember what it was.
I can't
but that was
decide
pretty
if
funny.
I'm like, Is he trying? Is that his deal?
I think he's
or
just
is
over
that his
it.
shtick, or is that kind of just like? Is
How
he
old is he?
literally? He's like going 70 probably.
Almost 70.
I mean, he's probably 70 something.
I think he's almost 80.
I can't remember.
He's 78.
Yeah, then you're right. Good job. Yeah. One more
well.
thing. Bob Iger. He's stepping down as CEO of Disney.
Yeah. I don't care.
Bob Chapek,
Do you think
who served as the chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, is named the new CEO. At least until they decide who they want to get.
Do you think
Kathleen Kennedy.
I don't mind Bob Iger being in charge. He got a lot done.
I don't know.
He just got a lot of stuff done, and
I've
he
heard weird things
merged
about him,
the
but-
Disney and Fox. He did a lot for Disney. I don't really like his business style or anything, but he did a lot.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not dissing the guy. I'm just saying he's stepping down for whatever reason. I don't know if that's from getting a bunch of flack for stuff or whatever. Like, this is all your fault or what? I have no idea. But yeah. Why? What is this?
Oh no. Do you want to do questions now?
Yeah, let's do some questions. Anyway, but we should take a break first, actually.
Break. Goodbye.
Yeah, let's break a break.
Wah, wah, wah.
We're back. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Hey,
we're back. Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
The questions. Hey, you got a question? Then send them in to the Filmsharks. Hey, we'll answer your question for you.
I will send you. We'll answer any question you have.
We'll answer them in this. We'll answer them in any kind of accent you want us to. Just put it in parentheses at the bottom. You know, say in this say the Brooklyn accent, and we'll do it.
Yeah, send in the question and the accent you want us to read it in.
Or if you just want us to say something in accent, I guess, but or riff on something. I don't know.
Say Jumanji in a German accent.
Jumanji.
Oh, Jumanji. That's not it.
It
Oh
is
no,
it.
Jumanji.
Oh no.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Yudmanji.
There you go.
Like Yud. Okay.
Sure.
Yudmanji. I don't know.
Sure.
What do you mean saying sure?
Sure. All right. You ready for a question there, Tyler? Ready for a question?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh. Okay. From Mohib Subdi.
Mohib
Best
Subdi.
video game theme song. Mine is Snake Eater.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is.
Theme song. Are we talking like
Video game theme song. I mean, you can't go wrong with
Are we
Super
talking about-
Mario Brothers. I mean, come on.
main theme?
I mean,
of
come
deal?
on. Sure. Come on. I mean, the one that comes to my mind is GoldenEye. I love that one.
Bum 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 bum. Yeah.
I'll look them up and we can play 30 seconds of it.
I don't think that's the rule. We're gonna cover it back. Not that it matters. No one cares anyway.
Not that it matters because no one cares anyways. So, you got any?
I'm thinking. I don't really have one.
It's a video game.
I mean, that's just the James Bond theme. Of course you like
But
it.
the pew pew.
I
I love that one.
don't know, man. I mean, all I'm thinking of is like cinematic scores. Like the Arkham City games theme was pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have I don't really have one in mind.
I remember loving this one.
Is it Diddy Kong Racing?
Yes.
That one, the Banjo Kazooie, because they do the
I do love that one.
the Bears or whatever. Bears Tea Party? Bears Party?
Don't remember.
When you go out in the woods
I never really
today,
played that
you
one that
see a
much.
big surprise. Something.
That was one I never
these
really
are just
played
really
that
popular
much,
ones, so
though.
it's like whatever. This is the beginning. It's not the quality.
Memory lane, though. Come on.
Go a little further. Go further. I mean, this is just the beginning. This is not the part I'm talking about, but whatever. Stop it. Stop it.
Video games are not the same anymore.
I mean, it was a kid's video game.
That was fun, though. Video game themes.
I don't know. I don't have anything particular.
I could just think of
Sorry.
GoldenEye and Diddy Kong. Those are the two games that I remember the theme
I
songs to.
think of games that have like specific theme songs. I can't think of them already.
Well, it's probably gonna be Super Mario Brothers. Then probably.
Yeah, that's Star Fox.
Sounds good.
Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
That one's a good one.
Dun, 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 dun. It's alright.
That's a good one.
I mean, you know, you got your classics, so whatever.
Classics.
I don't have a specific one. Specific one. Sorry. I was trying to think of an interesting one. Oh, I do like the War of the Monsters one was pretty good. I feel like.
Oh, that one was good.
Or I mean,
Batman Arkham games always had good themes.
that's what I'm saying. The Batman Arkham game was the first one I thought of, really. I mean, if we're just talking about good scores,
You got Halo.
Red Dead
That's like
Redemption had good
the
ones.
classic one. What was the one you said?
Which one? I said War of the Monsters, but that's just
I don't remember
it's
that.
not specifically a theme. It's just the music. It's like the dun 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 dun. I mean, because I just really like the aesthetic of War of the Monsters.
I agree. That's still probably one of the best.
I'd love to make a movie in that because I just love the old 50s horror movie style things. Once you get to the main screen, and it'll give you the
UFO attack. I just remember that.
It's gonna go through the whole beginning. Dun, dun. It's actually not. It's pretty good for a PS2 game. I mean, those people don't agree, but you know, for what it is, like the way they do it with like just.
PS2 game.
I think that's all fine. Wait till you
Listen
get
to
the
that
menu.
music.
Wait till you get to the menu. That's the main. That's the mainer theme.
That's a good one. I think that's an underrated game. I don't think many people played that. In our friend group, we all loved that game, but not very many people. I mean, this.
Yeah, I don't know how popular it was.
I don't think it was that
Like I
popular. This
said-
only has 20,000 views.
It was a fun. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a fun. I think it's a fun game to play, as well as
I love
the
that
aesthetic and
Yes.
the whole. Again, I like the whole 1950s era of monster things. I just like that style and the artwork and everything. That used to be really interesting. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know how good. Let's go to the next question.
one?
Unless you got
From
more.
Nestor at It's Nest G. What movies are ready for a reboot?
All the movies.
Apparently, Disney says they're all ready.
There is every movie is ready for a reboot. I gotta think of old movies now. That's the problem with not thinking of giving a little bit of time to think about it. Movies that are ready for a reboot. Wait. I mean, I could throw in the Aragon movie because that was
That's always going to be our
garbage movie.
answer.
But
man.
that's gonna be in my. I was thinking about doing an episode on movies that should be TV shows or should have been TV shows, and that's gonna be one of them. But movies that would be really good as TV shows, whereas the movie maybe itself may not have been that. It could have been a good movie, but could have been served well as a series.
I think
Because we're in the age of the series, my friend. The golden age of television, as some have said. Yeah.
I don't know if you. I think the best remakes nowadays are kind of like horror movies. Because
They're
you
the
get a
easiest
better
to remake.
Yeah, I don't know if you would want to do like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, they're kind of doing like the Rear Window esque kind of.
You don't want to do Psycho
I was
exactly
thinking
the same.
Birds.
You want to do Psycho exactly the same,
They
but
did
with
that. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
No, I'm good. One thing I was thinking is like the one that they just can't seem to ever make is Akira.
They keep trying.
And they
I don't
do it.
I don't love the Akira movie,
But they could do it really cool.
it might be more interesting
Denis
to me.
Villeneuve or someone. Just give him
Well,
all
I
the
mean,
remakes.
Taika Waititi was in talks
Originally.
with it, right, for a while. Which
Yeah.
maybe is not dead, but it's
Let's see.
on life support.
What's another movie? Chronicles of Narnia again?
They are. Netflix has the rights to that,
Well, screw
so
them.
I think they're making that a show already.
Oh, they're going on a walk. They want to go on a... I don't think they can hear that. My wife is asking the dogs to go on a walk.
They can't hear her asking if they want
I
to
don't think so.
Are they deaf?
No, I meant... No, the people
Oh.
listening to the pod.
Hey, I
yeah, the
can't
dogs
tell.
are like, what?
I was like, I don't think they can hear that. I was like, what are you saying?
Do you think they could reboot The Fly?
Yeah, I could see The Fly. Well, that's again. I mean, I like the Cronenberg one a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously,
What about
because it's got my hero in it.
what about Inspector Gadget?
Oh gosh,
Do you think live action Lilo and Stitch would be a good idea?
they're already doing that.
Oh, probably right.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They definitely are. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that. I mean, if we're going, because it's not specifically Disney remakes. So I'm just trying to think of movies that were kind of okay back when they were made, but maybe not the best. That somehow they could be made better now.
Resident Evils. I mean, they could probably redo all of those again, even though they just
Those
did
need
them.
to be done not
correctly.
so crazy. Like a little
They're insane.
smaller.
I
I can see a
remember-
Blumhouse or A24 doing a better job.
Yeah,
Maybe not
probably.
A24 probably wouldn't do it. Blumhouse is more likely to do it, but just do like the Resident Evil 4 style, where it's kind of really small and you follow one person and it's just in this. It's in like whatever it was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was in Turkey or something, or not Turkey. What's the word I want?
Fantastic Four. That needs to be done.
Yeah, Fantastic Four could be done there. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of movies that not
The
too
Wolfman.
recently.
I'm just gonna name some. You say yes or no.
Sure.
Zorro.
They're already thinking about it. Aren't they doing like a futuristic Zorro?
Probably. Ooh, don't do that.
It's like in the future.
Yeah, don't do that.
I like the original Zorro.
Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
The rebooting Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing.
Yeah.
There was talk of that with Tom Cruise.
Leave Tom Cruise out
This
of
was
these.
before The Mummy, so maybe it turned into The Mummy for whatever reason.
Probably. That's all I got. Next question.
I'm trying to think of movies.
That's all I got. From Detective Herbert Covington.
Look, I'll come back to it if I think of more movies.
What's your favorite vegetable? I don't really like
favorite
vegetables. that
I
much.
mean, I don't have a very favorite vegetable. I have a few favorites.
I have a bunch that I don't like.
Yeah, that's easier, perhaps. I like carrots a lot.
Carrots are good.
Carrots might be the number one, but
Potato.
is carrot technically a vegetable, or is that more of a root?
It's probably a root. Potato.
Yeah, but that's a root also.
Potato.
Stop. You just want to say potato. Okay, well, I'll just throw carrots in because that's typically carrots, celery, cucumbers.
Oh, cucumbers
Broccolis
are
are really
mine. Cucumbers. What's the difference between cucumbers and zucchinis?
Cucumbers can be made into pickles, and zucchinis are not.
You can't make a zucchini into a
You
pickle.
can. You can pickle zucchinis. I'm just joking. I
You
said
can't.
It's just gross. No,
It can't be done.
Cucumbers are good, and zucchinis are not that good.
I don't know.
I don't
the
care for
difference.
zucchini.
I don't know the difference.
They're speckled.
I don't remember.
On the
I don't
outside.
think I ever have zucchinis. That might be why.
Zucchinis doesn't really taste like anything, but I just, for whatever reason, there's just one thing I never really ate, so I'm just kind of like have an aversion to them. So I'm like, I'll skip. It's kind of like that, and like asparagus, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I'm just never really. They're not that they're bad. I just never really ate them, and I'm just like, I just don't like it. I just don't
Worst
wanna eat it.
vegetable? Beets.
Beets probably.
I don't like
Beets
beans.
by Dre.
I don't like the texture of beans or peas. Like the mushy. I just don't like the texture.
Peas are okay.
They taste all right. I just can't stand the texture.
I like green. You don't like green beans?
No, I like green beans. I'm talking about like pinto
circular.
beans and stuff. I don't like the
I
texture. They're too mushy. I don't like them.
Unless it's baked beans, I wouldn't eat them on their own.
See, I don't like baked beans. That's the one I don't like.
I like baked
it's the texture. I can't stand it.
Fair enough. I mean, as long as you need a good balance, like unless you're doing refried beans, you want them to be somewhat solid, but not too mushy or not too solid, not too hard.
Agreed.
Anyway, but baked beans are good for me. I like, like I like black beans and pinto beans in like Mexican style food or whatever.
Yeah.
Spanish things.
I got you. You want another question?
Wait, beets is the worst.
Yes.
Trying to think of anything.
Beets are the worst. They could beat it. Didn't I say that before?
No, that's Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Make like Michael
he
Jackson.
Beat it too.
That was
a good
Make like
joke.
Michael Jackson
and
die. But you thought I was gonna say beat it. But I said,
That would have been.
that's
That would have been
subversion.
on.
I subverted your expectation.
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
Did you watch Knives Out yet?
Yeah,
I have not seen it.
it's out.
Is it good?
It is good. I would say it's very enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. I heard. Well, there's 3 people in it that I absolutely love. Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, and Ana Del Amar or something? Whatever her name is.
From Blade
Runner.
Yes, she's great. She's kind of like the main character.
I love her. She needs to be in more things, for sure.
Also, yes to those. Also,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I don't really like her.
You don't like Jamie Lee Curtis?
There's something about her.
What about Halloween?
That's the only thing I like her in.
What about
Freaky Friday is the
what
one
about
I
Freaky
just don't
Friday?
Like her.
I think that's an okay movie. What about all those yogurt commercials? What about your womanly bowel health, Jesse?
It's
Don't
funny
you care about
whenever I
women's
see
bowel
her,
health?
that's the only. I see I can't take her seriously. That's the problem with Halloween. I'm like, Activia. You sold Activia to people.
I know who you really are. I know what you really are. You're a commercial salesman. I knew it. So yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. What about?
They're making a second one right now.
They're making a sequel, yes. But Jesse, Frank Oz. Frank Oz is in this movie.
I love him.
Which I was surprised because I saw he
I
plays
love
like
him.
he's like reading the will. I can't think what you call that person.
Who else is in this movie that I don't know?
Anyway, Michael Shannon though.
He's in this movie?
Yeah, man.
I do love him.
He's great. Christopher Plummer is great too. Lakeith Stanfield.
Who's that?
Atlanta.
I love him.
The guy who screams "Get out" and "Get out."
Yes,
He
I
screams the
love him.
movie title.
Atlanta guy.
Get out.
He's
Yeah.
the weirdo guy with the samurai sword in Atlanta. He's my favorite part of that
He's
show.
in what else is he in? He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He's in Death Note. He played L.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll watch it. I didn't know.
Tony
it was out.
Collette's all right.
Is it? What can I watch it on? It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, probably gotta rent it.
Yeah.
Redbox.
I could watch it tonight.
It's yeah.
Maybe.
I was thinking we could watch Ford versus Ferrari. Also, I thought a lot of people would like that one.
I'll watch it.
Ford v Ferrari. I mean, I watched it already, but I'll watch it again because it's so good. I feel like that's a good dad movie.
Here's the real
I watched it with
question:
my dad.
Was Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it?
What?
Because it's a Ryan Johnson movie, and he's in every one of his movies.
Is he?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No, he's not. I don't think he is. I think he's just in Looper and
He was in Star Wars.
Well, yeah. Those are the only two movies.
Well, they went over there. He was the guy who was talking about the parking. They parked on the
that's right.
beach.
He's
like,
an
they
alien.
went over there.
He's the
the
bumpkin
hick.
alien.
Yes.
They landed in the. First of all, why did they land there? So they'd be seen, obviously.
They could have landed in the. I don't know.
They're like, if
They
it-
ran out of gas right here. They're dumb. They're
Oh,
dumb.
That's what it was.
They're all
Oh yeah,
dumb.
because gas exists in the
they're
Star
dumb.
Wars now.
They're dumb.
We're running out of fuel.
Everyone in the Star Wars sequel universe is dumb.
First of all, they don't just land like in those fields somewhere
have
where
an
no one
idea.
would see them. They land right outside on the beach, right outside the casino, where everybody can see them on that
Just
balcony.
crashed into the casino. That would have been just about the same.
Who's got the white carnation?
That's me. What was
Come
it?
on. Yeah, grab
This
him and take off.
They're stupid.
Don't ask him.
Everything they do is dumb. Both of them.
Hold on. Stop. Let's not keep talking. Sorry.
Let's bring a bunch of horses up to space with us and walk across the Star Destroyer. That's the if you ask somebody, can we just borrow all your horses to go on top of the Star Destroyer, they'd be like, "Are you crazy?"
They belong to the people who were helping them.
Why bring them?
Ex-stormtroopers.
Why bring them?
That's a lot of space.
Why? Yeah.
Do they have stables on starships?
No, they had them in like a little transport.
I know,
they landed and they're like,
how long do they get? You know what I mean?
Why?
Like, you have to have some kind of like stables or something. Who's gonna clean up all that mess? It's the guy who's like left in there. Come on, everybody, let's get on the horses and go. Except for you, Ernie. You gotta stay here and clean up their crap.
This is the dumbest thing.
Oh man.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
You're the real hero here, Ernie.
Finn should have just had a bunch of stormtroopers revolt, or a bunch of people rise up against them.
I like that idea.
Why get Finn to
It's
ride
never
horses?
mentioned ever again. It's like, oh, I was a stormtrooper once too.
Let's go ride
Respect.
horses.
Let's go ride these horses on the Star Destroyer. Because they can't shut those down.
They can't shoot those. Anyway, you want another question?
What are they riding?
I can't shoot it.
Gosh, I can't. It's so majestic.
It's so big, I can't hit it.
So majestic. I can't destroy it. What were we talking about? What was the question? Yeah, we were talking about Knives Out, but
then we talked about how Finn and Rose were stupid, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
What were we talking about before that?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You asked about what were we talking about? What was the question? What was the question that we had? We were talking about.
Oh. I was like,
how did we get off onto Knives Out? Is what I'm saying.
I did that. Let me find it.
What were we talking?
It was.
How did we get on to the topic of Knives Out? Is what I'm asking. And Rian Johnson, and then Star Wars, of course.
We were talking about. I don't know if it was because of a question.
Well, okay, but how did we get on Knives Out? Because I felt like it was like have you seen Knives Out yet? And I was like, yes.
I don't remember. Knives Out. What were we talking about?
Next question.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I can't remember.
They should remake Knives Out. Oh, but I am excited for the sequel though, because it's following Benoit Blanc again, who is
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig's detective. The
Southern
gentleman.
I do love detective movies. That and Murder on the Orient Express,
which is coming out this year also. Not Murder on the Orient Express, but
Ramiz at Cyclops, but it's SYCH.
Ramiz at Cyclops.
Have you? This is probably directed towards you. Have you guys watched The Outsider?
You guys. Oh my gosh.
But I haven't. What do you think are the top 5 Stephen King book to screen adaptations? This is probably for you because you were like.
We said guys. She said guys.
It was a guy. Ramiz.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I thought it was. We don't know. It could be a lady.
But like,
I'm not gonna.
I'm not the biggest Stephen King guy. You are. You're the Stephen King guy. If I have things about Stephen King, I go to you, man.
First of all, if you're not watching The Outsider,
do it.
Then you should be.
Is it really good? Yeah. What's it on?
It is on HBO. Yes.
I haven't seen it. I'll watch it.
But you can get it on like Amazon Prime, like when they have the connection and stuff.
I will
Different
watch.
ways. Yeah. If you're not watching it, what are you doing with your life? Unless you're a young child and you shouldn't be watching it. But if you're a mature adult who makes your own decisions, what are you doing? You should be watching it. Especially if you like, because it works on, okay, because I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is kind of just more, it's kind of more just like your typical crime thriller type thing. But it's still, it's kind of got a twist in there throughout.
I'll watch it. That
sounds
good to me.
But you don't really see it until like the 3rd episode or something. It does start to get, it gets a little slow around 5 through 7-ish, but it kind of, I mean, it still keeps your interest, but it's kind of like figuring, because like a lot of it happens through 1 through 5, 1 through 4. It's kind of like really fast and like really interesting, and then 5 through 7. How
long are the episodes?
They're like hour 45 minutes.
Hour 45 a piece?
No, I'm saying 45 to an hour.
Okay, I was like, an hour and 45. That's a movie age episode.
Pretty much. So, I mean, they're like typical, your typical HBO style show length. Ben Mendelsohn, great.
He's in it?
I mean, yeah, he's the main character.
Watch it. Is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Top
Look,
5.
you gotta check
Stephen
it out,
King
though.
Adaptations though.
It's definitely worth it because it's like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything because I don't want to just throw it. Anyway, I was gonna talk about it because I was gonna do a midweek thing, but I never got around to it because we had to skip episodes or whatever. But
Did we get around to it?
got around to it. Okay.
He said also what are the top 5 Stephen King to movie adaptations?
Yes.
Would you say
Second.
It?
Hold on, man. I'm trying to go to the outside.
It?
Hold on.
It's
a minute.
Cujo.
Hold on.
That's what it is. It's Cujo. Is it Lawnmower Man?
It's definitely that. It's the what was that one? Jeez. All right.
I watched a
Here,
Stephen King movie
investigators
that I didn't know what it was.
Confounded over an unspeakable crime that has been committed. That's the very smallest. It's who else is? I'm trying to think. Jason Bateman is in it for a little while. He also directed a lot of the first episodes, and they're really good.
Nice.
Anyway, so there you go. He did 3 episodes.
I just watched. I
two.
told you about it. I watched that horror movie In the Tall Grass.
Yep, I watched it too.
I didn't like that movie.
I didn't read the short story it's based off of.
So, top 5.
Hang on, let me get them out.
Oh my gosh. Top 5 Stephen King movie adaptations. Is what this guy is.
I just want a
asking.
list so I can see what we got here.
The Mist,
That was pretty good.
The Green Mile.
Top 5? Wait, what did you ask for top 5 or just
You
best?
said your top 5.
Okay, just check it.
I'm pretty sure it's Lawnmower Man.
Please no. Let's start with his earliest stuff.
What about Dr.
Carrie.
Sleep?
Carrie
That's
is the first
not
one.
a book, is it though, right?
Dr. Sleep is probably in there.
Gerald's Game?
Gerald's game. Gerald's game. What we got? We got Carrie,
Ew.
The Shining,
The Dead Zone.
Yeah, The Dead Zone, Cujo, Christine, Children of the Corn, Firestarter,
Shawshank.
Cat's Eye, Silver Bullet, Maximum Overdrive. Oh, he directed that
Stand
one.
By Me.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's kind of based off of this short story. But yeah, The Running Man, Pet Cemetery, 1989,
Misery.
Graveyard Shift,
Dreamcatcher.
Misery's
Cujo.
good.
The Green Mile.
The Langoliers,
Children of the Corn. Christine.
Toby Hooper, ooh,
Secret
The Wrangler.
Window. Secret Window. I kind of like that movie.
Not bad. Not bad.
I have not seen 1408.
Probably Green Mile's in there.
Have you seen 1408?
Yeah.
I have not.
It's okay.
It's all okay. Maximum Overdrive.
That's the one he directed, and it's like crazy because he was like on
jeez.
he was like on cocaine.
I
the whole
believe
time.
it. I'm gonna just say the ones that I've seen: Doctor Sleep,
Okay.
Shining, Shawshank,
Yes.
the first It.
Yep. You see the Dark Tower?
And I did not.
Don't watch it.
I'll let it go to the Green Mile.
Is that the one you picked?
Sure.
I'll do no particular order. Oh, I forgot the Tommy Knockers is coming out. To be, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Okay.
The Tommy Knockers.
Yeah. They made one of those, but they're making a new one. That's a weird movie, or it's an interesting book rather. I'm gonna say Doctor Sleep is one. 1922 is amazing. I'll do the first It. Pretty good. The Mist. Gerald's Game is pretty good.
Nice.
But that's not my 5th. I'll do Green Mile. Although, if we're talking about just adaptions, I gotta throw the Outsiders in there then. In that case.
You ready for another question?
Yeah, sure.
From
I just did 6. but it's
Tim
okay.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Oh, sorry. I literally clicked on his name and then it took me to his thing. How's life treating ya? YA? Question mark. Life is treating me good, I guess.
He's not looking for a serious answer in that case.
Probably not.
He's not worried about the grammatical.
How's life treating ya?
Not bad, man.
Pretty good.
I could be happier and have more money and live in a better place and have more cars, but you know,
I could be rich.
I could be rich and I could. Be
I could have Jeff Bezos money.
I could. No, I don't want to be Jeff Bezos.
I don't either. I don't want
You
to.
might be rich, but I don't want to be Jeff Bezos.
That money has got to corrupt you, you know? Over like
I don't think
$160 billion.
I think that's a little like, I don't have it, so if that guy's got money, he must be evil type of mentality for no good reason.
Well, I don't think he might be evil. I think
you can get into more evil things easily.
I think if you have that much money, you're disconnected.
I think money.
You don't understand things. Like if you know you're the richest person on the planet,
it depends.
You'd be like,
was he born into it or did he earn it?
He earned it.
Well, then
Technically.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's just from Amazon.
Technically, he made that money.
He's done a lot of.
I would call that yes, not technically.
He's revolutionized like shipping things and like a
Packing
company.
And
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a Ford situation, I suppose. Henry Ford.
Yeah. So he probably earned it. I don't know.
I mean, I can't.
Doesn't mean he doesn't have to pay
I
taxes.
can't speak to his. Does he not pay taxes?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Him and Amazon, they don't pay taxes.
Are they a religion?
No.
I think taxes. I don't know about that one.
They
I'd
found
have
a
to look
loop around it. It's for real. It makes me upset that they don't pay taxes.
I don't know, man.
If he paid taxes,
I don't think
because once you get to a certain, well, he doesn't pay the amount of taxes he's supposed to, because business expenses and stuff probably. But how much?
I don't know about that.
How much when you have $100 and some billion? How much do you have to pay in taxes a year? Because he has bought the most expensive house in the United States.
Sure.
How much is property tax on that place? Because say he bought 160.
Depends on how many.
It's like 160 some million dollars or 300 some $1 million. Property tax is what, like 9%? How long are we?
Yeah. Oh, we're good. We're 109.
Oh, but life is treating me good, I guess.
Anyway, I don't know about
coronavirus
because I don't want people
on its way.
People are all that's true. Well, yeah, there's that.
Well,
Fires.
today the first person died of coronavirus in the United States.
That confirmed.
Yeah,
because it's like
he was in Washington State.
There's a lot of questions.
I want to know if it was. It's probably like an old guy.
There was someone who, which may be even worse news. Someone who in California who got the coronavirus, who didn't have any they didn't go to China. They didn't come into contact with anyone in China. As far as I knew, they just had it. And so that was kind of like, that's a bad sign.
That's
just
not
like
good.
Someone's just getting it without having to be going.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know. I don't want to just throw out like these. I don't want to be Bernie Sanders and be like, the rich people aren't paying any taxes.
Yeah, that's true.
These rich, they need to be paying taxes.
The 1%, the 2%.
I'm going to make them pay as much, more taxes. It's like I'm pretty sure they pay as much taxes as they, you know what I mean? Pretty sure they're paying the same amount of taxes. I mean, it doesn't really matter how rich you are. They're paying more taxes because they're richer. Anyway.
Another question?
I just don't like the whole, he must be evil because he's rich. Or, he's not paying tax. I mean, maybe he is. I have no idea, but...
From J. Jonah Tylum? Sure.
Anyway, sorry. To answer the question, how am I doing? Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I got food. I got a house. And I got a wife. And I got a TV.
Entertainment.
And
that's it.
More than most people. Not most people. Some people.
Yeah.
More than a lot of people.
Kind of sad.
More than living better off than most of the history of the world. So just better than the kings.
Yeah.
Back in even then. I'm living better than whatever Alexander the Great. So
I'm good. Not great, if you ask me.
Alexander the dead. The long dead.
From J.
Guess who's alive?
Talium.
Uh-huh.
What superhero would you want on the podcast?
Are we talking movies?
Sure.
Or any superhero?
Let's do any superhero. What superhero would you want on the podcast to talk to?
Are we can talk
I
to
would want he's not a superhero, but he's in a superhero movie. I'm gonna say.
Well, the question I want to know is if they mean like superhero movie, superhero that's in movies, or just any superhero from all the beginning of time or whatever.
Let's do which one we would want from a movie or something.
From a movie. Who's the most interesting superhero?
Thor.
He's got an interesting life.
He's funny.
I mean,
he's funny. He's got to be entertaining though, because he can't come on and just not talk.
come on, no talk.
That'd be boring. Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, obviously they
like,
talk, but I mean,
he would know what's going on in the world, but he'd be awkward. Tony Stark would be cool, because
he could be fun to talk to.
Because you don't have to
I feel like
hide
he'd
his
be
secret
interesting.
identity from him and stuff, so you can talk about what it's like to be Tony Stark or what it's like to be Iron Man.
And Iron Man.
And he's funny. That would be a good one.
It's a good one. I did think of that, but I was like,
Because like if you ask Batman, you'd be like, so Batman, what's up?
Who'd you punch recently? What
How
new
many
gadgets do you have in
punches
your
do you
belt?
take a day? Yeah, because you run out of things to talk about.
Is that
but, like,
Kevlar or is that something your own weave?
Do you make that?
Now, would you consider that black or dark
Now, what's your
charcoal?
secret identity? And then they would just leave. So
just need-
Alfred
you just
would be
need a-
cool,
you
but
just need a
he's,
hot lady.
He's not a superhero though.
And he'll tell you the secret identity. Yeah,
Not very many DC
Someone who's-
people I want to hang out with, to be honest.
if we're going just comics, I thought about, you know who the Question is? He's
Yes.
basically a detective, but he
Yeah.
wears that like blank.
Yeah.
Fat. I feel like that. I want to see a movie with the Question because I think that'd be a really interesting movie, and you could do it low budget and make it really good. Anyway, that'd be my pitch for Warner Brothers. Hit
Do
me up.
it. My pick would probably be.
I'll helm the Question movie.
My pick would probably be.
I suck, but I'll do it.
Oh no, I would rather get like Rocket Raccoon or someone, because he's funny
Rocket.
and he has experiences and stuff that I've like space stuff. Be like, what's it like out there, man?
He has opinions.
Yeah.
He's got opinions.
Yeah.
Because
Because like Chris Pratt would be a little, or Star-Lord would be a little full of himself. Rocket Raccoon would probably be a little full of himself, but he would at least like
Raccoon.
wreck it. Gotta wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it. Yeah, that.
Those are the superheroes I can think of that I would want. There's not very many.
Wonder Woman might be interesting.
Sure.
She's lived a long time.
She's lived a long
man.
time. She's seen a lot of stuff.
World War
That
I.
Captain America would have been the same way though.
Yeah.
And we could teach him some stuff. We could show him like a video or something. Be like, what's your opinion on this? And it'd be like classic memes or something. Like, what do you think of Gangnam Style?
You ever see
be like-
that shit?
And you'd
ever
be
see
like,
that?
what? What's that?
He'd be exactly like that. What? What's that?
What's a Gangnam Style?
Gangman style.
That's
That's all I get. I don't know.
You want me to do another question, or you want to
Sure,
just talk
I
about what
feel
you've been
like-
watching?
We can do another question. Okay.
This is kind of what we've been watching from Nate. Remember Nate Adkins?
Nate.
Adkins. Remember, 'cause he always on the Adkins diet. What do you guys think about the new Clone Wars episodes?
Well, I haven't seen the second one yet.
Well, we could talk about the first one,
Yes, we can.
but do you want to do another question before we talk about it?
Oh, sure. Well, why did you bring it up?
I don't
Do
know. I was
another
wondering
one.
if you wanted to keep going.
Okay, fair enough.
We've answered that question. I'm sorry, David. I'll read it anyways. We've answered it before. What's your favorite movie theater snacks? People love to talk about food, I've noticed. Like, whenever you ask somebody a question, the first go-to is like, what's your favorite food? Or what's your favorite candy or something?
Hey, food and candy are good.
We've talked about it.
It just depends.
Usually a candy or popcorn or soft
I
pretzel.
used to get like the larger size bags of Skittles.
Mhm.
I don't like the regular. I don't really care for the original,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the berry ones that they usually have otherwise. They used to have really good. They used to have a bunch. They'd always have a new kind of flavor. So they had like the, I don't know what the names were. They had the orange bag. They had the yellow bag. They had the green bag.
I love the
The
sour
dark blue ones. Sour ones are okay. They're a little too much for me. But
The only ones I don't like are like the berry flavored ones.
the tropical's okay. There's the berry ones are like taste like medicine.
Yeah, I didn't like those.
Anyway, those are bad, and those usually were the big ones. But anyway, they used to have all these different colors, and those were really good, but they don't make them in those size bags anymore. It's usually the original or the weird berry ones.
Berry.
Or ones I just don't like, and so I'm like, I don't get those anymore. So I'm sad. Skittles, start making more, re-release those other ones that you had. I don't know what they were called. They had the mystery colors, and then, I don't know, just different flavors. But anyway,
Is mystery
Go ahead.
flavored candy its own flavor?
Well,
Or is it a
like-
mystery? Is it an actual flavor of something, but you just don't know what it is?
It was the color didn't match the inside, so it was like the colors are different from the flavor or something. So
what I'm asking though,
was
like if you went to
specific.
buy like a mystery flavored Airhead, what is the mystery flavor? Is it something you know?
I think it's just not listed, is why it's a mystery.
I think what
'cause
it
there's
should
an
be is
answer,
like
it's just-
guess the flavor, and then
Well,
you'd be
it's
like,
kinda
oh,
what-
I'm right.
It's kind of what it is.
It's apple or something, but I don't ever know it
Blueberry.
exactly. You want to go to the Clone
Blueberry.
Wars question, or you want another one?
Are we still talking about what we like? I like some good.
Soft pretzels.
Well, see, you go for like the gourmet stuff, man. You go for the big stuff.
Depends.
I guess I
it's
just like.
really expensive most of the time.
Yeah, I like. What are Reese's Pieces are good.
Those are good. The best one I had, me and my mom went
Reese's
to go see
Pieces.
Wonder Woman when it came out.
Uh-huh.
I took her to see it, and I bought me and her soft pretzels, and they baked them fresh. And they were covered in butter. And she's like, I want to put cinnamon sugar on mine. I was like, oh, give me some of that. And it was good. But it was very
Cinnamon
expensive.
sugar pretzels.
Those were good. They were very expensive. Like, way too expensive. Like, $12 a piece.
Well, that's how they make most of their money, really.
Yeah. Well,
Concessions.
I mean, yeah. Anyway.
Because Disney, well, more like Disney's
They
the
take
bigger.
so
they
much.
they will like a huge percentage.
Well, it's kind of strange. Like, I don't know how the movie theater here in town is open because it's such a small theater. I never see people there.
It's a pretty big one.
There's apartments right. How cool would it be to live in those apartments right next door and just like walk downstairs to see it?
I'd do that, man. Like, well, I mean, walk down.
They showed a picture, but they showed a picture of what the inside like, and it's like super cool.
nice. It's
And
for,
they like base it on your income and stuff.
I thought it was mainly for elderly folk. Because like
It was
the
like
top floor,
income based.
the top floor was for. I mean, I'll move there. I don't care.
I was like,
The top floor
didn't
was
have a house.
for like anybody because it'd be hard for older people to be able to.
Those
get
are
in.
like
But I
the
think
floors
the
that I
main
would wanna
things-
be on.
Yeah, I think the
With a
main,
view.
the other floors were all for like older couples or people.
probably.
Anyway, but yeah, milk duds are good if you're going for chocolate.
I don't like Whoppers. I do not like them.
I like Whoppers. I like malt things. Are good. But I don't like the whole weird mixture. I don't do a weird mixture of things like people.
No.
Like some people do. Like they'll do the
I'm just
milk duds into the popcorn and like stir it
No,
around.
That's messy.
Whiplash.
I just like.
Or like the Raisinets or something. I'm like, ugh.
I like Nerds a lot. Those are like ones of my. Those are probably some of my favorite.
I'll get Nerds.
You tried those really big Nerds the other day.
Yeah, those are pretty
Those
good.
are pretty good.
I'm pretty sure they're
Don't
just-
like purple flavored though.
I like the purple ones.
Those are the ones I don't like as much.
I like
the
pretty
pink.
much any flavor.
Pink.
Pink's probably the best though. Anything else? I mean, I like
Almost-
good old fashioned popcorn.
We're almost 2 hours now. Because this is the first one was almost an hour and this one's about 40 minutes.
1:30.
My
Yep.
calculations are very wrong. I was
Yes,
looking
you
at
are.
what's that.
You
Okay, so
are
let's
wrong.
do what we've been watching. Or another.
Sure. Do
question.
you want to talk Clone Wars?
Yeah. So he asked us,
What do we think of
what
the
we
Clone
think of the
Wars?
Clone Wars episodes, and I said, well, it was Nick Adkins, but
Thanks, Nick.
what a
You're my best
what a
friend.
pal. What
Not
was
you.
the episode called? Oh, the Bad Batch.
Yeah. Oh, that was interesting. I like the concept. I mean, it was a little obvious.
Yeah.
Here's the techie guy, and he's
there
smart and wears glasses.
was-
What do we call him?
Tech.
Tech. Can we call him that? Can we call him that?
What about
Is that
the
too obvious?
What about the big?
What's the big strong
guy?
What's the big? I can't even think of his name actually.
Let's
it's
call him
something,
Wrecker.
it's something like it's not Wrecker.
It is Wrecker. I watched the second episode this morning.
Okay. What do we call? Yeah. What do we call the big, huge, strong guy?
Wrecker.
What does he do? I don't know. He like wrecks stuff.
Wrecker.
Wrecker. Wrecking ball. Nah, it's too long. Okay.
Wrecker.
Wrecker.
Sounds
works
perfect.
for me. What about who's the sharpshooter? He's got
I will look it
like
up.
Snake Eyes or something, whatever. Hawkeye.
Snake
It's kind of like
Eyes.
Hawkeye, where it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because that's his superhero name and it's given to him.
I love that they're they look
I don't know, it's
different.
just so
They were like
obvious.
genetically engineered, modified clone
They were
troopers.
like genetically imperfect.
I think it's
imperfect.
Cool. I think it's really cool.
That's what I said. I was gonna say, besides the names being super like on the nose,
Yeah.
like okay, what do we call the tech guy? Tech. It's interesting. I like the idea of like, there's some like they didn't grow right or some things imperfections, like the guy had way too much testosterone and the girls did,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, whoa, who's administering the testosterone to this child? It's like, whoa, just or whatever, whatever it is, growth hormone. And then like the sharpshooter didn't have enough or something, but he had he had a lot of keratin in his diet and his eyes were really good or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? The tech guy had a big brain or something, I don't know.
So the lead,
But the lead guy has like enhanced.
his name's Hunter.
Oh yeah, oh that's right, because he has enhanced. He's like the
He's a
Wolverine.
tracker.
Yeah, he's the tracker. He has enhanced hearing and like sight and smell
Then
and
there's
stuff.
Wrecker, which is the big
Oh,
strong
of course,
guy.
his name is Hunter.
Tech, which is the stats-minded guy, and then the sharpshooter is Crosshair.
I mean,
It's very 80s action movie names, which is kind of cool.
that's why I kind of forgive it because it's
I
like
really enjoyed this episode, though.
part of me is like, why? Okay, what should we call these guys? We'll just call them that. I feel like that's just what they called them, like initially, and they just didn't have any time or didn't feel like changing it.
Well, I think they had time because this episode was finished a long time ago. Well, they worked on it back
They had the
before it
script or
was
something,
canceled. They actually had the animation for it as well. It was not finished,
Hmm.
and then they just had to scrap it all, which is kind of weird to see. Like the animation is insane.
I mean, it looks basically the same. Also,
I think like what they could do a lot better was like the shadows and the lighting and stuff. I've noticed a lot about that. Like in the trailer, you see like Obi-Wan lights his lightsaber and you can see like the smoke going around it, and I'm like, that is so cool.
Are you saying they do that in this one?
Well, I'm just
Or
saying
not in
you can
this
tell that the animation's way better.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think they had a lot more time to do this one now because it wasn't like, oh, new season, gotta get this out before this certain date. I mean, maybe they had that, but you know what I mean? They were kind of like, okay, we got a lot more time to just go ahead and go in here and do this.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. So Echo, he died in. So here, look, before I finish. This is you could tell that they had it already. This is the unfinished animation, but it's basically the same. They've changed some things. So like, look. See, they've changed
Yeah,
things,
they do
but like
animatic
it's mostly
versions.
the same. This is what they had already.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. But like they had mostly everything the exact same.
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same.
I love that their feet, like their legs don't move.
They just slide.
Yeah. So back then when they were doing, see, they're different. They did
They
a lot
have
of
all?
different
Did they
stuff.
redo the voices or anything?
Yes. So they did a lot of different things to it, which is kind of cool. It's what they had before, but I really like this episode. I love what they're
it's pretty
doing
good.
with it. There's not much to say about it. It's just like Echo, Commander Cody thought, or Rex thought that Echo died back in
Well, that's
the
what I was trying to
Citadel.
figure out what happened. I don't remember what happened. Because I was
So,
watching, I was like, I
In
don't
the
remember them
Citadel,
dying.
he was
Fives.
like, "Go without me," and then he was like holding them off, and then it blew up, which they thought he was dead.
Fives, Echo.
Echo was the one that stayed.
Who
behind.
else?
Fives died differently.
Well, I know, just starting to think of all the ways they died. Because I don't
Rex-
remember how they died.
So Fives died. I think it was. I can't remember if it was Fives or C2.
I think Fives. There's a couple of them. Fives. It was like 3 or 4 of them who died. Like the main ones. Fives or they're gone.
I don't remember. There's so many.
Anyway, so what's going? I mean, I guess spoilers for this episode.
Yeah. So
just
he
in case.
blew up, but I can't. There's some things I can't spoil about the newest episode you haven't seen yet either.
Okay.
So what happened is
It's not a big deal, I guess, but
they got a someone's like, they think it's an algorithm tracking their every move and like their war strategies.
They're able, they know all the strategies. They know how they're thinking and stuff.
So
the droids.
I think they're going to find out what it is, but then they find out it's a communication from a different tower. And then Rex hears the communication, and he hears that it's Echo's voice.
You think that's going to happen?
No, that's what happened in the Bad Batch. He hears the voice.
It's like a weird
it's Echo, and they're like, oh my god.
So what I was trying to figure out is like, did they take? Is he alive, or did they like take his like implant or something and like put it into the computer or something?
You'll be able to see it.
If it's his voice, I assume he's alive. But
in the second episode, they do show all that. They answer what's going on.
Did they wrap up that kind of story in that part?
A little bit. The Bad Batch is 4 episodes. Like that whole arc is 4 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And then the Ahsoka arc is gonna be
the next.
That's gonna be the longest one. And then it's gonna end with kind of like Order 66. Yeah.
The Darth Maul. Well, it can't end with Order 66. It has to end with them flying to save the Emperor. Right?
They said they're gonna see Order 66 in this, but from Ahsoka's view. So Ahsoka and Darth Maul are going to be during Order 66, which is kind of cool.
I assumed Obi-Wan and Anakin were be fighting Darth Maul, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but
I'm not sure. I know
maybe they're kind of not focusing on them as much since they are a bigger part of the movie.
I think it's going to go more Ahsoka's route. She's going to Mandalore to do something, and Maul's there. That's why he's like, I was expecting Kenobi, but it's Ahsoka. And apparently that's during all of Order 66, because apparently we're going to see Order 66 from Rex's point of view as well. Sense.
He's the one.
Rex and Commander Cody.
Well,
we saw
he's part of it. Yeah, he's part. We're gonna see the bad guy.
We're gonna see the spots where we didn't see in the movie.
Yeah, okay,
which is gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, yeah,
there's not much to say about this. I guess it is going to be first. It's just like, welcome back.
They kind of discussed a lot of the Order 66 stuff, like the chips, the bio chips.
I don't know if Rex took his out yet, because he's in
Rebels.
Didn't
they all do it?
Rex
makes
takes his out.
And a couple other clones.
Cody has his in though still, I think.
Well, yeah, he could, because he tries to kill Obi-Wan on Utapau.
Yeah, sad. He's like, take him down.
Fire. Oh man, I wish I hadn't given his lightsaber back right before that.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Oh, you'll be needing this. You'll be needing this. It's like, dang it.
I think
you could have called a minute sooner. Or whatever, he's got the little thing.
He just left.
Come on, man, I just gave him his lightsaber.
Execute Order 60. He just left.
Are you kidding me? He just rode away on his lizard. Now I gotta shoot.
Obi-Wan and his lizard just left.
I could have been like, oh, here's your lightsaber. Oh, darn.
I always get sad whenever like
turned it on.
The lizard starts falling into the water. I'm like, it's like screaming as it's falling. I'm like, because that's right when the music starts, like the sad music. I'm like, oh.
The animal. I mean, what if like they killed it by like it slammed into the ground and Obi-Wan lands in the water? Didn't they do like an edit where they both just go?
Yeah, that was the corridor crew where they were like, make Star Wars rated R. Some of that was good. Some of it was
just like, kind of not great. So whatever. They're kind of hit and miss sometimes. I mean, you can only do so much with existing footage, I suppose. So.
Stupid Commander Cody. He's like, blast him out of the sky.
Yeah. Well, if you go back a little further.
Blast him.
Back a little further.
Oh,
right there. Right there.
Gives him the lightsaber.
Yeah, because he dropped it. He's like, oh.
The clones look so good in this, by the way.
These are all CG.
I know, and they still look good.
Surprisingly, they look good.
I mean, like the battle in the background looks so cool.
And it's
that
like,
looks not good.
And like 3 seconds later, it's like a call.
You couldn't have just called a minute.
Literally.
The time has come.
Looks like it's come.
We should rewatch these movies.
Execute Order.
I think we need to do all the commentaries for these movies. The prequel. This is the most like quotable Star Wars movie to me. I can quote this movie like nonstop. Like this part. This is when the music starts coming in. It's sad. That's so sad though.
It's fine. It lives.
You don't
Probably a
see it.
watery creature. Here goes Keanu. Okay, stop it.
All right, I need to stop.
Too much.
It's too sad.
Jesse's gonna start crying.
It's pretty sad. I saw.
They
someone
had that
react
music
to it.
in. What did they have that music in? Did they play that in Battlefront?
Yeah. The one I hear a
Maybe-
lot when I've
maybe
been
something.
playing Battlefront a lot is the General Grievous one. Right when Obi-Wan jumps down, it's like, "Hello there." That one comes on all the
I can't
time.
think of how that one sounds.
I'm not gonna.
Don't do
Too
it.
much to do. You want to wrap it up?
I'm thinking. I finished Fallen Order.
Oh, and
It was a while ago, but
and
it's good. I don't know what the big surprise was supposed to be.
Darth Vader.
Okay, well, I was like, okay,
That was
whatever.
awesome.
It felt kind of like
when he jumped down and she was like, "Avenge us!" and he sliced her in half. I was like, "Wow!"
So did she turn to the good side at the end, or was she just like?
I think she's.
I'm so confused. Like it just happened too fast. She was a good character though. I liked
She was great.
second sister, but I thought
I
she'd
did
be
not
in
like
more.
the other lady. She was annoying as heck.
Giant alien lady, or
No,
the
bug-eyed girl.
master. Wow, that's racist.
It's not racist. It's just she has bug eyes.
It could have just been the animation.
Yeah.
Man. It's not racist. She just has bug eyes.
I don't have anything against people of color, but this is kind of funny. It's not. She doesn't have bug eyes because she's.
It was sometimes she was like. Very,
Yeah, it was a little crazy.
I think that was the animation though, because like sometimes her eyes were like.
What did
very
you
annoying.
think about the whole Night Sister thing? Well, I've been
So,
saving a video
I
for
guess it
the
felt-
longest time.
Yeah, it felt kind of abrupt, the
Yes.
ending, because I was like, I mean, I assume they'll make another one, but because you go to
This is her talking about General Grievous. Because she talks about
what?
General.
Grievous.
Yeah. Because in the Clone Wars, General Grievous wiped out her race.
Okay,
She talks about it. I
I
was saving it because I didn't
saw
know
it.
if you.
but isn't this a cutscene in the show? Oh, they've added the. I
The
see.
armored warrior brandishing this
An armored warrior.
descended upon us. Cut down my people,
This more like these.
Yeah.
my sisters.
So like, I love.
I forgot about this part.
Yeah.
The dead.
Just wiping them all out.
Yeah,
I wanted to send you this because I thought you would enjoy it,
it's cool.
but I didn't want to spoil it for you.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't have been that spoilery, but whatever. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it when they splice the.
Well, it was like, it's something that I love the way they tie the prequels into.
Yeah, I mean they have to with this because it's so close.
Yeah, I love it. What color lightsaber did you pick?
Those ponchos though, I just switched all throughout.
Which one's your favorite?
I mean, I like the classic blue typically.
One I usually pick.
I like
I
the
don't like-
light blue a lot.
A lot of people pick like pink and purple and stuff. I'm like,
the
good.
pink one is okay. I like the orange and yellow were
That one's
really good too.
What
I like a
costume
good-
do you have?
I like a good orange one.
I kind of like the ponchos. It's kind of cool.
I wasn't a poncho guy. I like some of them, the ones that are kind of like cut off shorter and they kind of flowed better, but those huge ones are
I
just
think
like, ooh.
Ray with a poncho is a cool like
It
outfit.
depends on the type of poncho. The ones he was wearing, I didn't like. 'Cause They're just
Yeah.
so, bleh. I don't know. They're so bulky. Some of them. Most of the time, I just went with the flight suit.
poncho.
'Cause
Yeah,
I was like, I just prefer
I do
that.
like the flight suit a lot.
I just like the flight suit, or the jumpsuit, or whatever it is. I don't know his work uniform.
I think
But you can change the colors of that one too. So
I do think that Ray's poncho should have been one of her like main costumes because I think it's pretty
no,
freaking
it's
sweet.
only for the rain.
I like it though. It's pretty sweet. That's not Ray. But it's like I don't know.
It's good though.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so
Did you like the game?
the game is good.
The combat's a little wonky sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't. The switching between the double blade and the single
I
blade,
didn't like that much.
and then
It felt like a
the
Dark Souls
They
style.
totally did. They totally did what I always thought they should do with a lightsaber, which is make it detachable.
Yeah.
Have it. You can either wield it as a single, a double bladed, or a two, and just like stick
like-
it together.
I like most of the game. So just some of like the combat and like the climbing and stuff is a little
We're going on with the super loud.
always make it super loud.
Okay.
for comedic humor.
Was it for comedic humor, or was it
No.
just really?
It was just
Oh, you hate the dad sneezes, but
sneezes
you're already
coming.
they're coming to you already, man. But yeah, I just kind of felt kind of abrupt because you get the Night Sister, and then you finally, I don't know, it
Darth
didn't seem
Vader
like he
was
did
just
that
so cool.
much.
The
And
voice
then-
was a little off.
yeah, it was
for
the
me.
best. I don't know if they got the same guy.
I don't think so.
Why would they not get him?
I don't know. But that
Besides
scene,
James
when-
Earl Jones, he's
because
the
I
best.
when I played it, I had no idea Darth Vader was in it.
I
And
still didn't know about it.
I
when was
heard the
playing it.
breathing. I was like, it's coming. I hear it.
I mean, I kind of figured he might be.
That was like that was like the best entrance. I was like, it makes sense for him to be here right now.
Yeah, it was. It kind of felt.
It was my favorite.
I don't know. It kind of felt like Rogue One a little bit because it's like, well, we gotta throw him in. He's around at this time. He's got to be in here.
Spoiler alert for anyone. I think it's just.
It's not really a spoiler because I wasn't like, oh, I didn't know. You know, I didn't know he was gonna be in it. But I was like, oh my, I had no idea.
I didn't have any
I'm so
idea.
surprised. I was like, of course he'd be here. He felt a
It
little
makes-
over. He felt a little OP, but
He was crazy OP.
little overpowered there. But
Yeah, this is a really awesome.
I thought she was. I thought we would have seen more of her.
I agree. This is like the coolest scene though.
Whoops! I shouldn't have turned to the good side. Do you think they should have killed the master off still? Because she like showed up.
His helmet looks a little weird too.
Yeah, the whole mask doesn't look quite right. It's kind of.
That doesn't look good.
I don't like him that much still.
Thanks, Cal.
But
What does it look like?
That alone is just like, yes.
Yeah.
That is like the coolest thing ever. He's so intimidating. He's a tank.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's not
It's a
amazing.
little weird.
The voice is just.
Yeah, this is gonna do you a lot of good.
Yeah. Oh,
I love this part though, where he's like,
Be wise to
he's like,
surrender.
probably. Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be smart.
Probably.
I'm not a wise person.
That is like the coolest
Fighting's
freaking.
not that-
No, stop it. I just paused it and an ad still came up.
You know what ads I'm getting tired of? Freaking pork ads. You get tons of pork ads.
No, I get this one.
I get pork over and over. There's like 5
Have you
different. the
Googled
same
anything for pork or anything?
What do you mean Google
Like,
anything?
have
for
you
pork?
like looked up a recipe on YouTube or something?
No.
Or you Google or anything?
No.
Nothing.
Not really.
See,
I keep getting. So I got.
I get the one. It's this girl who barely speaks English teaching me. She's like, "You want to look good in 30 days? Then this is an app for you."
What have you been looking at?
Here, let me look it up.
Well, anyway, so I get like 5 different of the same thing. It's like a website called Pork or something. So you get this one lady who's like, here's a simple way to make your pork, and he's got to cook it to this specific degrees. And then there's one where it's just like music playing over top of just pictures of pork and like letters. And then they got Josh from Drake and Josh talking about how to make pork, how pork is so good for you.
Really?
Yeah, and then there's one more with some other person who's like telling me all about pork. And I'm like, geez, old Pete, I'm done with these pork ads. I've had enough. Oh man. I mean, I like pork, and I look, it's a great source of protein. I get it with low calories, but stop.
It's a very annoying ad, man.
Okay,
It's the one where it's like, you want to look good in 30 days, but don't want to go to the gym. And she barely speaks English. And the funniest thing is she's like, call now real cheap. It's like, what? And it's like a app
Call
that's
now,
like
real
super, really famous. Like 30-day fitness.
I mean, I guess I'm typically like wary of that type of person running those ads. Maybe that's a stereotype. I have no idea. But
She's like,
maybe
I think she's like Swedish or something.
But why not? I guess. I mean, if it's Swedish, whatever. Someone. I mean, I guess if it works around the world, there'd be more people than just Americans or whatever. It's just, yeah, but
There was a while where I was always getting the same ad every single time. Raid Shadow Legends. That's the one I would get non-stop.
This is like a fitness one also, but it's like this guy, and it's like really super annoying. It's like the guy who's like, I used to think that that you needed to.
Yep. I hate that one.
I hate that guy. Like, I don't
He's
know what
so
it is
annoying.
about
He's
this
so
guy.
obnoxious.
that I needed to eat right, that I needed to exercise every day. And it's not.
Shut
I
up.
just saw one. He's like, this new fruit thing that you need to eat for
I wonder
a new
how
body.
it,
And it's like, but select here, join the fitness club. I'm like, I do
how
not
does
want
it
anything
like
from
curate?
you, man.
How does it curate those though for the right person?
I mean, I've looked at fitness things like in somewhat, but
I downloaded a fitness
doesn't-
app. So
even when I'm
that's
not
probably
doing
why. I don't know
probably.
why.
I mean, but I don't remember doing anything about pork.
That's what. That's the funniest.
That's the thing. And it's like constant. Like lately, it's just been like the last month. It's just been all these pork ads, the same ones, but like five different ones, but it's all from the same company.
There's
I'm
also
like,
a
"Geez, what's
Twitch
with this
ad that kept popping up
pork,
about
man?"
Coca-Cola. Or it's like these people playing on Twitch and it like say Coca-Cola pan and be like, oh my gosh, Coca-Cola, thank you so much. And it was just a bunch of people getting like money from Coke.
Yay! I mean, look, I'll do that.
Are we done?
Pretty much.
People will be here in like 20 minutes.
Anything else you seen?
Ooh,
I watched Jay and
Ooh.
Silent Bob reboot.
I did watch something. What did I watch?
Okay.
You go ahead, talk about that because I wanted to see that. Good, really good. Better than better than
it's-
Jay and
It's
Bob.
it's essentially
Strike
the
Back.
Strike Back. I mean, because it's all
I
that
love
same
that.
humor. It's a lot
It's
of
the best
the
cameo.
It's a lot of the very
Cameo-esque.
there's cameos, but I was gonna say it's very not it's cameos, but what's the word I want? Very meta.
I like that.
It's very like
What's the?
that's not the word I wanted. I just lost it.
I know
But,
what you're thinking. I know what you're trying to say. Self-aware.
It's very self-aware comedy where it's
Yeah.
like
We're in a movie.
there's like the ones where they're like talking about it and they're like
Look at the camera.
look at the camera when
Yeah.
they say something like you know what I mean like
What's the best?
they're like what if we
cameo?
rebooted what they rebooted a movie that does, you know whatever and they're like you know it's like that but Kevin Smith cameos in his own movie.
He does.
Pretty funny.
What's another? What's
they
the
go
best
to-
cameo you think?
In that movie?
Yeah.
Or in
In this
any
movie, I'm looking.
I mean, there's a lot of references to his old movies. They got Ben Affleck's in it a little
Oh,
bit.
really?
Yeah.
Val Kilmer.
Matt Damon's in it.
Matt Damon's in it as Loki. It says his name.
Yes, but it's
Val Kilmer's in it.
from his older movies. It's like Dogma and stuff.
Justin Long is in
Justin Long is in it, of course. Craig Robinson's in it. He's good.
it. Ralph Garman, isn't that? his
Stan
name?
Lee is technically in it.
How?
He's in the end credits. Because he was talking to him. He was like interviewing. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna do Jay and Silent Bob. You gotta come
Chris
on." And he's like,
Hemsworth's
"I'll
in
do
it?
Yes, that's good.
Cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Jason Biggs, Fred Armisen.
Who played Deathstroke?
Craig Robinson.
Yeah, I said that one. Who plays Deathstroke? Joe Manganiello.
Yeah,
He's in it.
I don't see him. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's very self-aware humor where it's like making fun of their older stuff, making
like
fun of
that.
himself. There's a lot of self-deprecation, I guess, because they're making fun of. They're always like, "Oh, like, Kevin Smith, that guy's making our movie. He sucks," or whatever. You know, like he makes the worst movies.
James Vanderbeek,
There is a little bit.
Tommy Chong.
I will say, not to be like, I think she's terrible. I don't love. Because he makes a joke about it. He's like, that guy who puts his daughter in all his movies or whatever. Harley Quinn Smith.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What a name.
I don't love.
What a freaking name.
I'm sure she's cool in real life. I just don't. I don't
like
love her like in these movies because she feels like she's acting more so than the. You know what I mean? More so than the people who just seem like they're in a movie. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. This one in like yoga hosers, she kind of just feels like she's acting. So I guess in that way, I'm kind of like, I don't love the performance, but not that I'm like whatever. If I had, I guess I'd put my daughter in movies if I were Kevin Smith also. So I'm not blaming him or she's fine, but that'd be my only critique. It's like,
Nice.
it feels a little forced sometimes, but it's funny because he mentions it in the movie. They're like Kevin Smith, he puts his daughter in all his movies or whatever. Anyway.
Me and Kylie watched Underwater.
Oh,
I loved it. I love the aesthetic so much. It is so cool. It's not amazing. It's pretty short. It's only like an hour and a half. I really enjoyed it a
Yeah, I heard it like get started like right away.
Yes.
Like you think it's like gonna be like a 20-minute like beginning, but it's
you're
like
right in it, like from the beginning. You get like
dropped you right
5 minutes to kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
we're underwater. What's that?
what is that thing? How deep are they supposed to be? Because they like walk across,
Super deep.
because they like go out into the water.
Yes. There's so there's 2 different places they go.
Okay,
Because
because like if
they're
they're
stranded,
very deep,
they have to go
can't
out
walk.
to get to another place.
How deep are they though? At that point,
I don't
like
really remember.
I just
it's
mean
like, I mean, it's just a normal
the water.
ocean.
If it's that deep,
It's not
where
like
black-
Mariana's Trench.
Okay,
It's not that deep.
okay,
But if it's that deep, you can't walk.
I'm just even saying like even in the midnight zone where it gets black, I think that might be
hard.
crushing somewhat. I don't know for sure, but
They're in like these weird metal
they're in
suits.
suits. But I just mean like, aren't they? Unless they're like full on like Iron Man suits, I don't know if they'd be pressurized. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
just curious. I just wondered.
Watch that. Pretty good. We wanted to go see, or we're gonna rent Queen and Slim,
Yeah.
which I heard is
about it.
really, really good, but we never got.
I heard
to
it's
see.
really, really good. Because I really didn't hear anything about it. Just that, like,
I heard it's
oh,
really good.
whatever.
That's it. That's it. We're
I mean, I
watching
have-
Bob's Burgers right now.
Have you like
We're rewatching it. We're
okay.
running on a show, so we're like, let's rewatch Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers?
Love it.
I mean, you might as well watch
We're
it for the
caught up
show.
now on Hulu. The new episode comes out Monday,
Sundays.
Sunday the 2nd, probably.
I mean, you've watched. I mean, yeah.
We're caught up.
We just save it. We watch it like every Sunday night.
I think my favorite, when I rewatch it, my favorite character is Gene, for sure.
That's my favorite character.
He's the funniest. He just likes to yell random things. I love it so
Awkward
much.
things.
I love it.
Yeah,
my
she's probably my favorite.
my favorite episode I've watched recently is when they go to the woods to find those mushrooms, those blue mushrooms, and Gene is hilarious in that episode. That's
Call
it.
me Draco Malfoy because I am Slytherin.
He puts cheese in his like socks to keep him warm and stuff. I love it.
Yeah, I like characters like it. Yeah, I could talk about books.
Oh,
Maybe I'll save that though. I read a couple pretty good books.
let's save
Maybe I'll talk about them
are
on
we doing next
on a
week?
midweek or something. I don't know.
What are we doing next week?
I don't know what's coming out. Anything coming out?
Sonic's out.
Oh yeah, apparently Sonic's not the worst.
I heard it's not bad.
Heard
I heard it's just a movie, and that means I don't want to see it.
I've heard kids will like it, and it's not the worst. So sure.
There is a movie coming out though soon that it's pretty big. New Mutants coming out soon.
Yeah,
There's one big one.
that Pixar Onward is coming out. I kind of want to see that.
There's another big one, like a big movie that we were gonna go see.
Don't know. Me and you mean?
Yes, or I mean, it's just a movie, one of the big movies of the year.
Just a movie. Not sure. But anyway, the underwater made me think of the book I read called
Mulan.
Oh yeah,
That was a
Mulan.
big
Is that
one
coming out soon?
That's coming out this month.
Okay.
What's the one?
Yeah. So, yeah, you remind me of a book called The Deep, which is kind of like it's like Alien mixed with underwater mixed with the abyss. It's kind of like that, kind of similar mixed with Annihilation type of thing, but it's like the guy goes down to something's going on weird in this underwater. It's actually at the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
Ooh. The ocean is freaky, dude.
And there's some weird stuff down there.
This movie does
Kinda
not make me
kinda
wanna
gets
go
a little
swimming in the ocean.
Psychological crazy. Oh yeah. I mean, any scary movie.
It's the same with space.
Yeah. Are they aliens or are they from Earth? That's always the question.
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air at this point. These are the movies coming out that we were going to see. Quiet Place 2.
Yes.
That's coming out this month.
Whoa, so soon?
Yeah, Bloodshot.
Oh yeah, I was kind of interested in that.
Mulan, and then the beginning of next month we got No Time to Die
Oh, wait, I need
and
that.
New Mutants
Should've turned it.
and Black Widow all in the same month. So we got a lot coming up soon.
I'm gonna be busy.
Anyway, that's the show, guys. We'll see you next week to talk something else.
Something. Maybe I'll see you the midweek, or if we don't get the
Yeah.
episode done, then I'll definitely try and get one done.
We'll
but
do something.
we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave a like.
Oops. Oops.
Leave a like and comment.
Hopefully we'll be doing some stuff up here soon. We're gonna try. I want to try to pre-record a bunch of like segments that we can have through the middle of the week.
The problem is, we're like, oh, I want to do all this stuff, but anyway,
We're
never
always,
didn't do it.
we're always too busy.
Yeah. I do want to. I don't know if I mentioned it. I want to do one of the episodes. I think maybe I mentioned it. Anyway, I want to do one of the tangent episodes. We'll see how that goes, kind of a thing. Like, do
would love that.
start trying that out, or like getting an idea of how we want to do that.
Okay, so to get on a tangent before we leave, I went to the coffee shop up here, and I talked to him. I said, would it be all right if me and my friend come in here, we set up a computer, and we record a podcast here? And she
Like
said,
for live viewing?
no, just for like us, and then we could ask people questions when they come in sometimes. I was thinking like maybe do
that's
something,
cool,
because
yeah.
I was originally going to film like a video there of making music, because I go there
gotcha.
usually on
Cool.
Saturday mornings.
Well, why didn't you say
Usually
so, pal?
Usually sleeping.
Thanks for inviting me. What?
You-
I'm usually sleeping?
Yeah,
Why don't you just say it?
I go
just
like
get up.
at, like
The funny thing is, I can get up and do that, I guess. But
I don't think you'd really want to. It's
no,
the
I
weekend.
do
You
it.
like to
I
sleep.
could just go back and nap again. Anyway,
It's true.
the funny thing is, I typically, because I work later, I can actually sleep in more weekdays, and then I usually get up early,
On the
earlier
weekends.
weekends.
That's weird.
So, yeah, whatever you know.
We should
It makes
go
more
hang out,
sense.
though.
Wake up early 2 days a week instead of 5 out of the 2.
Yeah. We should go do something.
I mean, I'd do that.
We need to go see a movie or something. We used to see a movie every week.
I mean,
We need to do something.
we're not seeing
Go
as
do
many
something.
movies as I
Once
would
it gets
like.
warmer, let's go longboarding.
I mean, you can't just go around. Yeah, I mean, I can't just go like, because you see like $10 a movie.
Yeah.
it
Well,
adds up.
let's
but
do
yeah.
something. Let's go
Yeah, yeah.
longboarding or something.
These
We're gonna
people
hang
don't
out.
care. They don't.
We're gonna go hang out after this anyway. So we're
Nobody here cares. This is why
gonna- Well, goodbye.
we have like 11 viewers. I can count the amount of viewers on my hands.
11. 11 fingers.
My secret finger.
Oh. Have you seen that guy that has an extra thumb? Anyway, goodbye, guys.
Nope.
We'll be back next week. See
Well,
you later.
I was gonna say, I was gonna do it ironically, like like and subscribe. But I mean, seriously, if you like it, then
do it.
give it a like, give it a comment.
Ooh, review on iTunes really bumps us up.
Yeah.
Do that.
On iTunes,
Anything really.
shout out to your friends, tell your enemies. Like if you really don't like this, then obviously they're the ones to give it to.
Just thinking.
Hit that bell icon.
Yep.
In case you want to be reminded, or
Anyway,
we don't upload that often, so you won't be bothered too much by us.
goodbye.